tonight with the Christmas in July celebration that's taking place at historic Moeller Field. Let's go ahead and take a look at our welcoming weather, and it's brought to you by the Dodge County Convention and Visitors Bureau as they welcome you to historic Moeller Field here in Fremont. As far as our conditions are concerned, we have a partly cloudy sky. Temperature is 77 degrees. Humidity up just a bit at 64%. Winds are out of the north at 9 miles per hour, so that means the wind's going to be blowing out to straightaway right field here this evening. And as far as the forecast, mostly cloudy, will bottom up at 60, and a north wind at 5 miles per hour, becoming calm after midnight. So it should be a comfortable night for baseball coming up here this evening. And that is your Dodge County Convention and Visitors Bureau welcoming weather, welcoming you to historic Moeller Field in Fremont. Our Inspro Insurance pregame show is next, and it's brought to you by Inspro Insurance. Proceed with confidence with Inspro in Fremont, West Point, Wahoo, Lincoln, Omaha, and West Des Moines. Go to InSproINS.com for details. When we return, we'll hear from Ben Asher, the head coach of the Fremont Moo. That's all coming up next. This is Fremont Moo Baseball.
Welcome to Fremont and Dodge County, where we invite you to play, shop, stay, and eat. Dodge County is where your next outdoor adventure is at your fingertips. Fremont and Dodge County have many hotels, campgrounds, and RV parks to suit any needs. Come explore the hidden treasures scattered throughout these vibrant, small town and sleepy rural villages that harmonize with nearby urban opportunities.
Wouldn't it be great if you could have your insurance for auto, home, business, farm, life, and retirement in just one agency? That's what Inspro, a Marsh McLennan Agency Company LLC, is for. They can help protect what's important to you. With Inspro, your future is limitless. Visit Inspro in Fremont or call them at 402-721-9707. Nationwide is on your side. Nationwide Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates, Columbus, Ohio. Subject to underwriting guidelines, review, and approval.
Our Inspro Insurance pregame show continues as we chat with Ben Asher, head coach of the Fremont Moo, coming off a 5-2 win last night against the Oahe Zap. Let's start pitching-wise. He rolled out Kai Taylor, and he pitched really well for you. It was good to see that type of performance, wasn't it?
Yeah, he threw really well. I do wish that we were a little more effective. You know, we were in the 80s on the pitch count going through the fifth inning, and so that just means there's a lot of wasted pitches, a lot of 3-2 counts, a lot of 3-0 counts that we had to fight back from, which he did. We had a couple guys that he was 3-0, came back. One guy got a strikeout, one guy got a ground out, which is good to see when you're down 3-0, but it just means you're wasting some pitches and you can be a little more efficient. And so we've seen that this year. We had Trey Nichols went 96 pitches one game. CG, Tyson Romero the other night, he had a complete game with just over 100 pitches. And so we can be a little more effective. But overall, he threw really well, attacked the zone. And I just like what I'm seeing from him. So he's a big help.
Got your first look at a couple guys last night, Gavin Alvetti and Carter Sintek. We'll start on the mind with Gavin. The velocity was there. Looked like he was just trying to make an adjustment, trying to find the zone, and that's that first game adjustment jitters at times, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not only first game at the Moo for him. It's first live game in probably a couple months for him. He's been training down at a facility in Florida, and so this is his first live game action after working out there, and so a little bit different mechanics for him. He's also a transition position guy, so he's only been pitching kind of full-time as a PO for about a year now, and so still kind of getting into that rhythm and that zone, but I think he's going to be able to help us. A couple games under his belt before playoffs, and he may be a big playoff arm for us that, whatever team we end up playing, they haven't seen him yet, so that's going to be pretty big for us. So just excited to have him. Yep.
Carter Sintek out at shortstop. He's a special player. You can still tell that thumb hurts a little bit, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, he's fighting through it. The nice thing is with the injury, he had the bone removed, and so there's nothing there to re-injure. It is just a completely different feeling, and some of that can be a little bit of pain that you'll feel, but he's kind of pain tolerance through it, and he swung at a ball and missed, and could tell it was kind of bothering him a little bit, but when I talked to him, he really wanted to kind of grind through it, and as the game went on, actually made really hard contact with 3 baseballs last night, played a really clean shortstop for us, and so he is a difference maker, and it's the same situation. Whatever team we play in the playoffs, they haven't seen him yet, and so they don't know how to attack him as a pitcher, and so it's going to be a nice surprise.
It's always great to see kids that everybody roots for, and everybody roots for Jason Clark. And boy, he ran into one last night, and the bench just erupted. That was fun.
Yeah, he's a great kid. I love having him around. He's from my home area. I played for his dad, played with his brother, and so to get him out here and be able to coach him and just have him around, he's a big team guy. He hasn't played as regular as some other guys, but he he takes the opportunities that he gets. He's got 2 home runs now, both against this team, and he's just I think he's adjusting too. When he first got here, he's not used to seeing pitching, in the high 8s, low 9s as far as velocity goes, and now he's getting on time with those pitches, and so he's attacking those fastballs, and he's doing damage with them. And so again, just appreciate him being around, being a team guy, and really taking advantage of the opportunities that he gets.
Finally, Coach, tonight against the Zap, a chance to get a sweep and also win the season series. So who goes on the mound for you?
Tonight will be Landon Mueller to start. Probably be a short start for him as we prepare for the playoffs. Don't want to go too long. Have a short outing, and then he might have another short outing next week, just to limit innings, and then he can have a full go for us in the second game of the playoffs. And so he'll do really well, and we've got a nice bullpen ready behind him.
Wouldn't it be great if you could have your insurance for auto, home, business, farm, life, and retirement in just one agency? That's what Inspro, a Marsh McLennan Agency Company LLC, is for. They can help protect what's important to you. With Inspro, your future is limitless. Visit Inspro in Fremont or call them at 402-721-9707.
Yes, that's right. You'll earn $1 fuel saver for every transferred and filled prescription this July at your Fremont Hy-Vee pharmacy. Voted Best of Fremont 2023. Thank you. We look forward to serving you and truly appreciate your business.
Getting closer to first pitch at historic Moeller Field between the Fremont Moo and the Oahe Zap. Now let's take a look at what happened in the Independence League Association from action last night. It was, of course, the Moo, a winner over the Oahe Zap 5-2. The Hastings Sodbusters, they defeated the Nebraska Prospects by a score of 5-4. Spearfish Sasquatch, they compete in the league but uneligible for the playoffs because they are just travel teams, or the Prospects, who are 25-8, and the Sawtooth Sockeyes, who are 11-12. So that's a look at what the standings look like at this particular time. Let's go ahead and take a look at the starting lineups for tonight's ball game. They're brought to you by your Fremont Hy-Vee. For a lineup that's loaded, shop your Fremont Hy-Vee. Go to HyVeeIslesOnline.com now and place your order. For the visiting Oahe Zap, coached by Jamie Hayberger, 14-33 overall, and 9-11 in the second half of the Independence League. Leading off and playing left field is number 1, Trevor Seagraves. Batting second is the designated hitter, number 4, Jackson Mix. Batting third and playing second base is number 23, Kyle Mamarian. Batting fourth and doing the catching, number 31, Trenton Dukeshire. Batting fifth and playing right field, number 15, Preston Lau. Batting sixth and playing first base is number 30, Jacob Trusner. Batting seventh in center field, number 24, Tyler Traphagen. Batting eighth and playing third base is number 17, Jared Heck. And batting ninth and playing shortstop, number 7, Andrew Beavers. For the Zap, it's Seagraves, Mix, Mamarian, Dukeshire, Lau, Trustner, Traphagen, Heck, and Beavers. And on the mound for Oahe is number 10, Nick Blessing. He is a right-hander out of Spring Hill College. Hometown is Baldwin, Missouri. He is 1-5 on the year with a 6.65 earned run average. Now the starting lineup for the Fremont Moo, coached by Ben Asher, 25-18 on the season, Independence League first half champions, 8-11 in the second half of the league. Leading off is the designated hitter, number 5, Hayden Lewis. Batting second and playing center field is number 31, Neil Jansen. Batting third at first base, number 21, Timon Long. Batting fourth at third base is number 18, Tyler Harrington. Batting fifth, the shortstop, number 28, Connor Peterson. Batting sixth in left field is number 39, Andrew Kirchner. Batting seventh at second base is number 11, Tyler Hummel. Batting eighth and doing the catching, number 32, Trey Nichols. And batting ninth and playing right field, number 24, Easton Stack. For the Moo, it's Lewis, Jansen, Long, Harrington, Peterson, Kirchner, Hummel, Nichols, and Stack. And on the mound for Fremont is number 19, Landon Mueller, 6', 185-pounder from Fremont, who is at Southeast Community College. He's 1-1 with a 2.88 earned run average. Those are the starting lineups brought to you by your Fremont Hy-Vee. For a lineup that's loaded, shop your Fremont Hy-Vee. Go to HyVeeIslesOnline.com now and place your order. The national anthem is coming up next. This is Fremont Moo Baseball.
Looking for a new pharmacy? Look no further than your Fremont Hy-Vee pharmacy. We offer amazing value and superior service. This July, if you transfer and fill a prescription with us, you'll earn $1 off every gallon of gas. That's right, you'll earn $1 fuel saver for every transferred and filled prescription this July at your Fremont Hy-Vee pharmacy. Voted Best of Fremont 2023. Thank you. We look forward to serving you and truly appreciate your business.
The Hacienda Mexican Restaurant, your favorite family-owned restaurant, is offering their Family Taco Pack Special. Right now, feed the whole...
Got into this mess. Got so
Getting closer to baseball
aggressive.
time at historic Moeller Field between the Fremont Moo and the Oahe Zap in the final game of this series. And after this one, the Moo have 3 more regular season home games, and that'll be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday against the Spearfish Sasquatch. The Moo have 6 games on the road next week, and then the championship series begins August the 1st. The Moo will be on the road for the first 2 games and back at home on Friday, August the 4th, and if necessary, games on August 5th and 6th in the championship. So Moo player Jacob Ortiz has introduced the starting lineups for Fremont tonight, and the Fremont Rebels are the Stars of Tomorrow program that are here and out on the field with the Moo players at this time. And it's time for us to get to the national anthem of this evening's contest. Tonight's national anthem is being performed by Dr. Kate Duncan.
Direct your attention to the field for the national anthem performed by Kate Duncan.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
The Star Spangled Banner, our national anthem, performed by Dr. Kate Duncan. First pitch between the Moo and the Zap is coming up next. This is Fremont Moo Baseball.
The Hacienda Mexican Restaurant, your favorite family-owned restaurant, is offering their Family Taco Pack Special. Right now, feed the whole family with 12 tacos, rice, beans, chips, and salsa for only $33. Be sure to check the back of your Fremont Moo tickets for a Move List discount at La Hacienda. You can get the Family Taco Pack anytime. The Hacienda, 3140 Elk Lane. Calling your Family Taco Pack at 402-721-9909 or order online at lahaciendafremont.com. They cater too.
Gentlemen, here at Weesey Plumbing and Excavating, our customer's duty is our duty.
Yes, Drill Sergeant.
Now, you're Fremont's finest, and I want you people-pleasing plunger wranglers to remember here at Weesey, we don't stop fighting clogged drains, low water pressure, frozen pipes, until our residential and commercial customers are smiling. Am I making myself clear, you toilet snake and sink suckers?
Yes, Drill Sergeant.
Now, our customers will find us in Fremont, on Facebook, and online at WeeseyPlum.com. Weesey Plumbing and Excavating. Your duty is our duty.
I got a condo in Manhattan. Baby girl, what's happening? You and your ass invited. So go
It's time for Fremont Moo Baseball on Big Dog Country, 98.9 FM, 1340 AM, KHUB, Fremont, Nebraska, AM and FM, and also at fremontmoo.com/Mixler. Video streaming live at fremontmoo.com and on YouTube at BSDN Live. Let's set the defense for the hometown Fremont Moo this evening. In left field is Andrew Kirchner. In center field is Neil Jansen. And in right field is Easton Stack. At third base is Tyler Harrington. The shortstop is Connor Peterson. At second base is Tyler Hummel. At first base is Timon Long. Doing the catching is Trey Nichols. And on the mound, Landon Mueller, the Fremont native out of Southeast Community College, getting ready to try to retire the Zap this evening. And Mueller has pitched 17 innings this year. This is his 5th appearance, his 5th start. He is 1-1 in the season. He's given up 11 hits, 7 runs, 7 earned. He has struck out 18, he walked 14, and has an earned run average of 2.88. So Landon Mueller on the mound for Fremont coming up here tonight. And the first 3 batters he'll be facing will be Trevor Seagraves, Jackson Mix, and Kyle Momarian. So it's Christmas in July. That's the big theme tonight here at historic Moeller Field. So a lot of Christmas events like Santa Claus being here, and the interns have pulled out all the Christmas lights and all the trees, and it's a fun time here at historic Moeller Field coming up here tonight. So we're set for baseball. As Trevor Seagraves will step in. Seagraves is out of Ottawa University, Arizona, out of Valencia, California, batting .302 with no home runs and 14 runs batted in. So Landon Mueller, who will work out of the stretch the entire ball game, will get his sign from Trey Nichols, and he's ready to go. Here's the first pitch of the ball game, and it's going to be in there for a called strike. No balls and one strike to count. Our first pitch at 7:07 this evening here at historic Moeller Field. Partly cloudy skies and 77 degrees. Mueller had a really good outing last week at Oahe. Gave up just one hit in his performance, and he drops a curveball in there for strike two. So the count 0-2 to Trevor Seagraves. The Moo are wearing their purple tops tonight with the white lettering, and the Zap have the baby blue tops with the white pants. Seagraves, he's set. The 0-2. Swing and a miss for strike three, and just like that, Landon Mueller strikes out the first batter of the ballgame. So one down, and that's going to bring to the plate the designated hitter, number 4, Jackson Mix. Mix is batting .272, 3 home runs, 17 runs batted in. Umpires tonight on the bases is Jeff Kopecki, and calling the balls and strikes is Elio Saldano. Mix is a left-handed batter. He alternates between second and short, and also DH. Swings the first pitch here and misses. No balls and one strike to Jackson Mix. 1 out, nobody on. We're just getting underway here at historic Moeller Field. No score between the Moo and the Zap. Final game between these two teams this year. The 0-1. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball. And the count now goes to no balls and 2 strikes. Mueller looking good here early as he's out in front of Jackson Mix at no balls and 2 strikes. Moo winning last night in game 2 of the series 5-2. Mueller now ready. The 0-2 to Mix. Swung on and fouled off to the left side, and the count remains 0-2. Yep, so we are down to a week and a half left of regular season play. After this series, the Sasquatch come in this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday afternoon. Then it's a Monday off, and then the Moo go to Spearfish Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday next week. Mueller now ready. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Fastball is low, and the count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. The Moo will then continue their road trip next week when they travel to Hastings and wrap up regular season play next weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, before they begin the championship series, which will begin August the 1st on the road. And if it would start today, it would be at Casper against the Spuds. The 1-2. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball inside for strike 3. 2 strikeouts for Landon Mueller to begin the ball game, and there are 2 down here in the top of the first inning. And that will bring to the plate now the second baseman, number 23, Kyle Momarian. Momarian flashed a lot of leather out at shortstop last night, playing strong there. He is at Gonzaga University. He's batting .281 with no home runs and 13 runs batted in. Mueller's first pitch to Momarian is a curveball that is in there for a called strike 1. No balls, 1 strike to Momarian with Trenton Dukeshire on deck. The Moo winners on Tuesday night, 13-0, behind a 1-hit shutout by Tyson Romero. Here's the 0-1 by Mueller. Breaking ball fouled back to the right side, and it's now no balls and 2 strikes on Kyle Momarian. So some big events coming up here this week for the final homestand of the regular season. Tomorrow night will be Hawaiian night, and that is presented by Methodist Fremont Health, and anticipating a really big crowd tomorrow night, also with it being fireworks tomorrow night as well. So it should be a big Friday night tomorrow evening, and we got a really good crowd for tonight's contest, too. Here's the 0-2. Fastball just missed the outside corner for ball 1. So the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. In fact, we had a huge line that was outside the gate prior to tonight's contest. Of course, the Fremont Rebels, Stars of Tomorrow program is here. And who can't pass up Christmas in July, right? 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch for Mueller. Breaking ball swung on, hit out to shortstop, where Connor Peterson will take it off a second hop. Tosses it over in time to Long for out number 3, and that's going to retire the side. So Landon Mueller retires the Zap in order, 3 up and 3 down. We played a half inning at historic Moeller Field, and there's no score. Fremont coming up next. This is Fremont Moo Baseball.
Gentlemen, here at Weesey Plumbing and Excavating, our customer's duty is our duty.
Yes, Drill Sergeant.
Now, you're Fremont's finest, and I want you people-pleasing plunger wranglers to remember here at Weesey, we don't stop fighting clogged drains, low water pressure, frozen pipes, until our residential and commercial customers are smiling. Am I making myself clear, you toilet snake and sink suckers?
Yes, Drill Sergeant.
Now, our customers will find us in Fremont, on Facebook, and online at WeeseyPlum.com. Weesey Plumbing and Excavating. Your duty is our duty.
Now that's what a solid piece of wood sounds like. Look just past that left field wall at Moeller Field, you'll see Christensen Lumber, a solid lumber company for nearly a century. And there goes another ball into the lumber yard. Professional builders know Christensen Lumber is their home run hitter for quality materials. More contractors and woodworkers will tell you Christensen Lumber is the best choice to find quality cuts of lumber. Since 1923, Christensen Lumber. It's where the pros go. 714 South Main, just past the left field wall at Moeller Field.
No score as we go to the bottom of the first. Landon Mueller retired all three batters he faced in the top half, so the Moo will get ready to swing the bats with Hayden Lewis, Neil Jansen, and Timon Long. And here's the defensive arrangement for the Oahe Zap this evening. In left field is Trevor Seagraves. In center field, Tyler Trapphagen. And in right field is Preston Lau. Over at third base, it's Jared Hack. The shortstop is Andrew Beavers. At second base, Kyle Mamarian. At first base is Jacob Trusner. Doing the catching is Trenton Dukeshire. And on the mound, Nick Blessing. Right-hander out of Spring Hill College, Baldwin, Missouri, is Blessing's hometown. The Moo faced him earlier in the series. He pitched 2 innings in relief on Tuesday night. Blessing has pitched 46 innings this year for the Zap. This is his 11th appearance. He's had 7 starts. He is 1-5 on the mound this season. He's given up 54 hits, 39 runs, 34 earned, struck out 26 and walked 20, and has an ERA of 6.65. And the first pitch from Blessing to Hayden Lewis is outside for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. Lewis played 2 nights ago on Tuesday, and he hit his first home run of the year when he hit a solid shot behind the scoreboard in right center field. And so he'll take this pitch just off the corner. They count 2 balls and no strikes to the Utah native at the University of Nebraska. Lewis is batting .267, 1 home run, and 5 runs batted in. And they're playing the outfield for Lewis to pull, the 2-0, and Lewis swings and misses as he was out in front of that pitch. And they count out 2 balls and 1 strike. 320 to right, 340 to right center, where the scoreboard is. 390 to the batter's eye in straightaway center field. 340 to left center and 290 down the left field line, and a 24-foot Moeller monster in left field. This pitch misses to Lewis, and they count out 3 balls and 1 strike. After dropping 6 straight, the Moo have won 3 in a row and pushed the record now to 25-18, 8-11 in the second half of the league. 3-1 pitch to Lewis. He swings, and he's going to ground this one foul at the third base side off the end of the bat. So the count full here at 3-2. So if you're looking at making weekend plans, make sure you do so for the next 3 nights against the Spearfish Sasquatch. 2 nights in 1 day game. 7:05 Friday night, 7:05 Saturday, and then Sunday's game is a 4:05 contest. 3-2 to Lewis, and he swings, and he's out in front and misses for strike 3. So Lewis couldn't hold back and swings through it, and is the first out here in the bottom of the first inning. So with 1 down, it'll bring to the plate now the center fielder, number 31, Neil Jansen. Jansen's batting .167, 3 home runs, and 14 runs batted in. Neil from Cypress, California, out of San Jose State. He's got some pop in his bat from the right side. Here's the first pitch to Jansen. He swings, check swing, and it will 1 hop out to second, where it's picked up by Mamarian. He throws on over to first in time for out number 2. So Jansen didn't mean to, but made contact and then had to take off and run, and he's the second out of the inning. So that brings to the plate the first baseman, number 21, Timon Long. Long is in the chase for the home run title in the league. 1 home run behind DJ Van Atten from Spearfish, who the Moo will see in their next 6 games, 3 here and 3 away. First pitch to Long. He takes a off-speed pitch inside, ball 1. Timon's batting .284 with 10 home runs and 32 runs batted in. Out of Sioux Falls, actually went to Harrisburg High School. Here's the 1-0, and he takes this one high inside for ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes to Timon Long. 2 outs, nobody on. We're in the bottom of the first. No score between the Moo and the Zap here in Fremont. Long going back for his second year in junior college ball at College of Southern Nevada. Swings at this pitch and pops it up. And coming down from first base, Trustner calls for it, makes the catch for the final out of the inning. So Long pops up, and the Moo are retired in order. 3 up and 3 down. 1 full inning of baseball, and we have no score. Back for the top of the second in just a moment. This is Fremont Moo Baseball. Fremont's place to be is the LA Fireproof Door Company. Beer, booze, burgers, and other stuff. Located at 325 North Main Street in downtown Fremont. Stop by and check out their awesome menu. The door is open Monday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 1 a.m. and Sunday from 11 a.m. to 1 a.m. Plus, the grill is open all hours the door is open. All items on the menu are available for takeout. Call 402-727-8911 to place your order. To see what's happening at the door, follow them on Facebook. That's the LA Fireproof Door Company, downtown Fremont. If you're in need of lawn equipment products or repair, contact the professionals at Extreme Outdoor Power at 805 South Broad Street in Fremont. Bring in your lawn equipment and get a same-day free estimate. Call 402-721-1905 for more information or to set up an appointment. Plus, check out the power equipment accessories Extreme Outdoor Power has available. You'll see why Extreme Outdoor Power is the #1 choice for lawn mowers, competitive pricing, customer care, financing, and free estimates. Open Monday through Friday from 8 to 5 and Saturdays from 9 to 3. Extreme Outdoor Power, where they don't sell just mowers, they sell lifestyles. Back at historic Moeller Field, 1 inning complete. We go to the top of the second, no score between the Fremont Moo and the Oahe Zap. First 3 batters for Oahe will be 4, 5, and 6 in the order. Trenton Dukeshire, Preston Lau, and Jacob Trusner against Landon Mueller. I want to remind you to check out the great happy hour specials at La Hacienda Mexican Restaurant in Fremont, Monday through Thursday from 2 to 5. Dining-only specials like buying any size margarita and getting a small one for $1. $1 off specialty drinks and 10% off all bar spirits. You can get $6 personal La Hacienda fries, $5 personal Nacho Supremos, and $4 elotes. $5 desserts, fried ice cream like chocolate or vanilla, and $4 sopapillas. Dining only Monday through Thursday, 2 to 5. La Hacienda Mexican Restaurant, 3140 East Elk Lane. By the way, they're selling margaritas tonight here at the ballpark. So if the video all of a sudden starts to shake a little bit more than normal, we know that Kelly Johnson went down and partook in the special. I'm just kidding. All right, we go to the top of the second. Trenton Dukeshire will lead things off. He's doing the catching tonight. Dukeshire's batting .351 in the air, no homers. 10 runs batted in. And Mueller ready to deliver the first pitch here of the second inning. And Dukeshire takes it high for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes to Trenton Dukeshire out of Cumberland University. His hometown is Kindred, North Dakota.
1 ball, no strikes.
1-0 the count. Mueller's next pitch. Fastball swung on and hit in the air toward right field. Floating on over and reaching up and making the catch out and right is Easton Stack for out number 1. So Mueller has retired the first 4 batters that he's faced in the contest. And that's going to bring to the plate the right fielder, number 15, Preston Lau. Lau is out of Skyline College. California native from Burlingame, California. Lau's batting .308, no home runs, 12 runs batted in. 1 out with nobody on here at the top of the second inning. Mueller's first pitch, and it's a breaking ball that drops a little bit low. Ball 1. Trey Nichols, I think, would like to confer with the home plate umpire Elio Saldano on that ruling, as he just held the ball there for a minute, and he thought he had a strike but didn't have one. So see if that changes anything. Here's the 1-0 from Mueller, and this fastball is down and in for ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes to Preston Lau. 1 out and nobody on. Here's the 2-0 pitch on the way, and that fastball is high and outside. So Mueller falls behind. 3 balls and no strikes to Preston Lau with 1 out and nobody on here in the top of the second. Big hit last night came from Jason Clark, a 3-run home run in the bottom of the 8th to put the Moo up by the 5-2 count, and that held up. Mueller's 3-0, and it's a slider that's in there for a strike. So 3-1 now on Preston Lau, the right fielder. A little cloudy sky tonight. A little dark off to the south, but I don't think there's no rain in the forecast. I know that. Here's the 3-1. Slider swung on and hit foul down the right side out of play. So Mueller battles back to get the count full here at 3 balls and 2 strikes. 3-2 on Preston Lau. Yep, the Fremont Rebels are the stars of tomorrow program that are here tonight. There's a bunch of them. Good to see them here tonight. There's a stretch. The 3-2 from Mueller. And that breaking ball caught the inside corner for strike 3. Snuck it on the inner half, did Mueller, and he's got his third strikeout of the ball game. That had late break to it, and it looked like initially he was going to catch Lau, but broke across the inside part of the plate. And there are 2 down here in the top of the second. So that brings to the plate now the first baseman, number 30, Jacob Trusner. Trusner is out of Iowa Lakes Community College. He's batting 180, no home runs. He's got 8 runs batted in. Zap, new additions to the Independence League this year. And they've played well, especially in the second half. Here's a pitch. Swung on a miss for strike 1. As many new teams will do, it's difficult at times trying to figure things out, especially on the pitching side. And when you look at the statistics for the Zap, there are pitchers that they have really relied upon to throw a lot of innings this year. So not deep as far as the arms are concerned, but they've been able to chew up outs. Here's the 0-1. Fastball that's in there at the knees, called strike 2. So it's no balls and 2 strikes on Jacob Trusner. 2 outs with nobody on in the top of the second. No score. Landon Mueller looking into Trey Nichols doing the catching tonight. Now the 0-2 pitch. And a slider that just missed. A little bit low. And the count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 here on Trusner. Outfield straight up. Neil Jansen playing shallow in center field. The 1-2. Slider, that's in there for called strike 3, and that'll end the inning. Yep, as soon as that ball hit the glove of Nichols, he sprinted to the dugout. He knew that one was a strikeout. And that's 4 strikeouts now for Landon Mueller, and that's going to do it for the Zap in the second. They're retired in order, 3 up and 3 down. And we're through an inning and a half at historic Moeller Field. No score. More coming up. This is Fremont Moo Baseball.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Tommy's Express Car Wash on East 23rd in Fremont. Have you given the Unlimited Tommy Club a try? Just download the Tommy's Express app, and guess what? When you download it now, you get your first month free. That's the Tommy Club, keeping your car clean every day. Wash as many times as you want each month. The Tommy Club starts at just $24.99 per month. Sign up today at Tommy's Express Car Wash in Fremont.
When does a moment become life-changing? How can today make the difference for tomorrow? When envisioning what kind of future is possible, the challenges never stop. And neither do we. Methodist, the meaning of care.
Early in the morning, late at night. It don't even matter what time it is.
We go to the bottom of the second at historic Moeller Field. No score between the Fremont Moo and the Oahe Zap. And the first 3 batters for Fremont will be Tyler Harrington, Connor Peterson, and Andrew Kirchner, 4, 5, and 6 in the Fremont order. Tomorrow night is Hawaiian-themed night here at historic Moeller Field, brought to you by Methodist Fremont Health. There will be Hawaiian-themed jerseys that will be worn by the Moo that will also be auctioned off, and the proceeds go to the Methodist Fremont Health Foundation. And so take that in tomorrow night, plus Fireworks Friday tomorrow night as well. Get your tickets ahead of time. Go to fremontmoo.com/tickets or call 402-660-1217. Tyler Harrington, the Lakeland, Tennessee native, headed to UAB, will lead things off. The first pitch is down and in for ball 1, 1 ball and no strikes. Tyler began his career as a redshirt at Memphis, then transferred to Southwest Tennessee Community College, where he had a fantastic year this past spring. He became a third-team junior college All-American. As the 1-0 pitch misses down and in for a ball. It's now 2 balls and no strikes. And he's headed to the University of Alabama, Birmingham. This is his second trip back to the Moo this season, if you will. He came in and played 2 weeks, and that was the intention. He was just going to play 2 as he swings and fouls this one off, and then went home. But that baseball heart that he's got and the fun of playing for the Moo and all of it together made him come back, and so he's returned. The 2-1 swung on and hit in the air to center field, and this is going to be back and backpedaling and finally underneath of it to make the catch is Tyler Traphagen for out number 1. So Harrington gave it a ride, But Trapphagen chased it down at the first out here in the bottom of the second. So with one down, it's going to bring to the plate now the shortstop, number 28, Connor Peterson. Peterson, 6'1", 230, out of Tucson, Arizona, plays at Midland University. Peterson's batting .273 with no home runs and 4 runs batted in. And he will try to become the first base runner of the ball game tonight. The first pitch is going to miss inside for a ball. And if time allows this evening, he would be our Moo mid-game interview, as I was able to catch up with him before the ball game and chat with him. So hopefully we can air that for you coming up here tonight with Connor Peterson, the 1-0. He swings and pops this ball into the air out behind second base. And this is going to be Mamarian, who will make the catch in shallow center for the second out of the inning. Quickly 2 down here in the Moo second. So this is going to bring to the plate left fielder Andrew Kirchner. Kirchner was held out of last night's ball game because in batting practice, he took a bouncing ball that got him right in the eye. In fact, he had to get some medical attention with that as well, but he's back ready to go tonight. And he swings the first pitch here and misses. No balls and 1 strike. Kirchner's batting .257 on the season with 2 home runs, 13 runs batted in at UNLV via Lakewood, California. The 0-1. Kirchner swings and misses at one a little bit outside. And so he's down on the count here, no balls and 2 strikes. The pitchers have had their way thus far. Landon Mueller for Fremont and Nick Blessing here for the Zap. And from what we understand, it could be the bullpens will be called upon a lot tonight. Blessing pitched 2 innings 2 nights ago. And Mueller's scheduled for a short start here tonight. The 0-2. That's outside for a ball. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. The Moo getting in the spirit of the Christmas theme here tonight. I see Moo pitcher Devin Fritsch has got his stocking cap on, and also he's got his Santa Claus look. Next pitch, and Kirchner swings and misses. It's in the dirt. It'll be picked up by Dukeshire. He'll throw down to first base, and it'll be Truster holding onto it for the final out of the inning. So Kirchner strikes out, and that's the second strikeout for Nick Blessing. That'll do it for the Moo in the second inning. They are retired in order, 3 up and 3 down. 2 innings of baseball complete, and still no score. Back for the top of the third when we return. This is Fremont Moo Baseball.
Find your purpose with work that matters. Methodist is hiring for clinical and non-clinical positions throughout our health system. Join a team that's making a difference and take advantage of a range of benefits like medical, vision and dental, flexible scheduling, and tuition assistance. To find all of our opportunities and apply online, go to bestcare.org/jobs. That's bestcare.org/jobs. Methodist, the meaning of care.
Get the highest attention to detail and decades of experience with landscaping, excavation, and snow removal. The expert team at Indra Mowing and Tree Care has years of professional experience and the vision to make your home or business more inviting. Keep your customers and employees safe from harsh weather with 24-hour emergency snow removal. Call for a free consultation, 402-720-5944. Located at 240 West Jackson Street in Fremont, Indra Mowing and Tree Care is open Monday through Friday from 8 to 5. Keep your property looking sharp with Indra. Welcome back to historic Moeller Field. We've played 2 innings of baseball, and we haven't had a base runner yet. And so the pitchers have retired the first 6 batters that they have faced each way. So we'll go to the top of the third, and for the Zap, it'll be Tyler Trapphagen, Jared Heck, and Andrew Beavers, 7, 8, 9 in the order against Landon Mueller. Mueller has struck out 4 of the first 6 batters that he has faced. Final 3 games of the homestand are tomorrow, starting tomorrow, 7:05 tomorrow night, 7:05 on Saturday, and then Sunday's game is 4:05. Moved up a little bit because that is the host family night that takes place, as all the host families get recognized during the ball game, and then afterwards, one of the good sponsors, the LA Fireproof Door Company, has a dinner that will be hosted for the entire team, everybody involved, interns, and all the staff, and all the players, and host families as well, and there'll be a big presentation that will be taking place, and that is on Sunday. Tyler Trapphagen steps in to begin the top of the third, and the first pitch is a breaking ball outside for ball 1. And not only is it moved up to a 4:05 start, but prior to that contest is Grease Night, and that means there's a car show that's taking place at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Here's the 1-0 pitch that's going to miss down low. And the count out at Traphagen is 2 balls and no strikes. We'll talk more about that as we progress this evening. But Tyler Traphagen at the plate, 270 is the batting average. No home runs, 14 runs batted in. Landon Mueller will bring the 2-0 pitch home. And that sails high, so Mueller falls behind here at 3 balls and no strikes to Traphagen, who is out of Northwest Andover, Minnesota, Ridgewater College. Made a fantastic catch in right center field last night to take away a 2 extra base hit from one of the Moo players. 3-0 for Mueller, and it is in there at the knees for a called strike. So the count to Tyler Traphagen is 3 balls and 1 strike. Mueller ready to go on the 3-1 offering. Here it is. It's a breaking ball, and it's high for ball 4. So Traphagen becomes the first base runner of the ball game. He draws a leadoff walk here in the top of the 3rd inning. So that is going to bring to the plate number 5, Jared Heck. Heck apparently found his jersey last night wearing the baby blues. He had number 17, and he usually wears number 5. They're wearing the baby blues again tonight. And now Traphagen gets picked off first base. Mueller tossed on over, and Traphagen is picked off. That goes 1-3. So first base run of the ball game didn't last very long, as there's 1 down. So here's Jared Heck with 1 out and nobody on, batting 176 with a home run and 5 runs batted in. First pitch, fastball at the knees, called strike. No balls and 1 strike to Heck. Again, he was wearing 17 last night and found the jersey. He's wearing 5 tonight. Landon Mueller ready to go. The 0-1 pitch on the way. Slider swung on a miss. Strike 2 as Heck was out in front of that one. So Mueller is ahead at no balls and 2 strikes. Andrew Beavers, the shortstop, will be next for the Zap. Mueller relaxed on the mound. The kick in the 0-2. It's a fastball high and away. So the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 here on Heck. Next pitch on the way. Swung on and missed, and the tag made by Nichols as he dropped it and picked it up and tagged the batter, Jared Heck. And that's 5 strikeouts now for Landon Mueller, as there are 2 down here in the top of the 3rd. So that brings to the plate the shortstop, number 7, Andrew Beavers. And Mueller pitched at Oahe last week, and he pitched 6 innings, 6 strong innings. And he ended up giving up just 1 hit, and that was back on July the 11th. First pitch is a slider off the corner for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes to Beavers. Yeah, Mueller ended up striking out 7 and walking 2 in that outing. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Swung on and fouled back to the net. Count evens, now 1-1 to Beavers, the shortstop. Each and every batter, Neil Jansen keeps sliding in closer from center field. Pretty soon he's going to be playing second base. He just keeps coming in. The 1-1. Fastball at the knees, called strike 2. So the count now 1 ball and 2 strikes to Andrew Beavers. Stack is playing relatively shallow and right. And Andrew Kirchner, he's playing at normal depth in left, which looks deep, but it's not very deep to left field. The 1-2. Slider, down low. So the count evens up. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes to Andrew Beavers. No score. We're in the top of the 3rd inning. 2 outs and nobody on. Here's the stretch by Landon Mueller. And the 2-2 pitch. There's a slider that's down low. So the count goes full here on Andrew Beavers at 3 balls and 2 strikes. First base runner of the ball game was Tyler Traphagen. He drew a leadoff walk, but then got picked off by Mueller. 3-2 by Mueller. Breaking ball, called strike 3 in the inside corner to end the inning. Landon Mueller with 6 strikeouts through 3 innings of work. And that's going to do it for the Zap in the 3rd. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We'll go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Still no score. More baseball coming up. This is Fremont Moo Baseball. For top-notch trash pickup that is timely and professional, contact the pros at S2 Roll-Offs and Refuse in Fremont. Whether it's residential and commercial trash pickup you need, S2 is there for you. They also provide recycling services plus yard waste disposal. For big projects, contact S2 about roll-offs to get the job done efficiently. Make sure to refer a friend to sign up for S2 services. If your friend mentions your name, you'll get 2 months of free service. It's just another way of saying thank you for choosing S2. Located at 439 North Main Street, call 402-727-6806 to sign up today. S2 Roll-Offs and Refuse. Keel's Barbershop is a proud sponsor of the Fremont Moo. Established in 1973, Keel's is a men's old-fashioned barbershop with a relaxed atmosphere where you don't need to make an appointment. They do haircuts for all ages. Keel's is located at 88 West 6th Street in downtown Fremont. Call 402-727-9005. Keel's Barbershop, as good as the best, better than the rest.
Take a seat right over there, sat on the stairs, stay or leave. The cabinets are bare and I'm unaware of just how we got into this mess. Got so aggressive.
We go to the bottom of the third and stack in leading off the top. So Timesville, Tennessee, that's for out number one.
Blair is here to stay and
appearance and cold packaged for peak refreshment. When the mountains turn blue on your Coors Light can or bottle, it's as cold as the Rockies. Enjoy a Coors Light today. Must be 21 or over. 2023 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
Contact the technicians with the G-Force team at Getchman's Heating and Air Conditioning for all your heating and AC needs. Whether your unit needs a tune-up or a major replacement, the trusted technicians for Getchman's Heating and Air Conditioning will provide fast and reliable service year-round. Plus, with their trusted reputation, they are the technicians that you can trust with your house keys. If your AC is not working properly during the summer months or you need your heater tuned up before winter, call the trusted technicians at Getchman's today, 402-721-6301 in Fremont.
Welcome back to historic Moeller Field in Fremont. Rich Ray along with you on Big Dog Country. FremontMoo.com/Mixler. Video streaming live at FremontMoo.com and also at YouTube at BSDN Live. As we work our way to the bottom of the fourth inning, it's still a scoreless contest. The Zap with the first scoring threat of the ball game, getting runners at first and second with one out, but Landon Mueller got a fly out and a ground out to short to end the inning. So as we go to the bottom of the fourth, it'll be top of the order for Fremont, Hayden Lewis, Neil Jansen, and time and long as Nick Blessing has retired all 9 batters he has faced, striking out 3. And Lewis was one of those to start the bottom of the first as he swung and missed at a 3-2 pitch. So Blessing's first pitch to Hayden Lewis is going to miss inside for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes to Lewis with Neil Jansen up next. Just 1 hit in the ball game. It was a Trevor Seagraves single in the fourth. And Lewis swings and misses out in front of that pitch. Count evens at 1-1. Of the players on the team, Hayden Lewis probably gets his hands through the zone faster than anybody else. And at times he's really got to wait back on pitches, as this one is in there for a strike. And so the count now on Hayden Lewis is 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 on the Moo designated hitter. 1-2 on the way. Lewis swings and goes the other way, and it's going to be a foul ball over by the side fence. So the count is 1-2. Hawaiian night tomorrow night. So Kelly will bring his grass skirt. Saturday night is first responders night. The 1-2, that misses high and away for ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. As the first responders from the area, police and fire, will be present, and always good to see them and recognize them for all the hard work that they do. That goes unrecognized and should be all the time. The 2-2, Lewis swings and just spoils this one and fouls it off left side and out of play. The count stays 2-2. Then on Saturday, it is Grease night. The theme is the movie and musical Grease. We'll have a lot of folks that will dress up like that as well. And then car show will take place an hour before the contest at 3 o'clock. And then first pitch on Sunday is a 4:05 start. The 2-2 to Lewis. He swings and hits a bouncing ball foul up the first base side and stays alive here at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Hayden getting his swings in here as he's spoiled a few pitches and cut at one there, and still looking for one that he can square up. 2-2 to Hayden Lewis. The pitch. He swings and misses out in front of that one for strike 3. And Lewis strikes out for the second time this evening. 4 strikeouts now for Nick Blessing, and there's 1 down here in the bottom of the fourth. Fresh set of baseballs coming out to home plate umpire Elio Saldano. And Neil Jansen will come to the plate. Jansen is 0 for 1. He grounded out to second base his first time. Here's the stretch by Blessing and the pitch to Jansen. He swings and chops it foul. And count down no balls and 1 strike here on Jansen. Time and long, the first baseman will be next.
10 up, 10 down.
Blessing now ready. The 0-1 on the way. Jansen swings and misses. He's out in front. We count 0-2. It seems like right now it's a timing issue with the Moo, as they're trying to, get the bat on the ball. And at times, Fremont's been out in front. 0-2 to Jansen. He scoots away from one inside. We count now 1 ball and 2 strikes. In the Moo, I've seen Blessing plenty, and he's been one of the most used arms for the Zap this season. Here's the 1-2. And that misses us low in the dirt. Count evens. It's now 2 balls and 2 strikes on Neil Jansen. 1 out with nobody on. We're in the bottom of the fourth in a scoreless ball game. Final game of the series and the final game of the season series between these two. 2-2. Jansen swings and pulls one. A fair ball right on the foul line and down into the corner. Jansen around first is on his way towards second, and he'll be in there with a stand-up double. Heck with a diving effort to his right, but that ball was hooked right on the chalk by Neil Jansen. That's the first hit of the ball game for Fremont. A 1-out double here in the bottom of the fourth inning. So that'll bring to the plate now the first baseman, number 21, Timon Long. Long is 0 for 1. He popped up to first base his first time. So both teams with 1 hit now in the contest. His Blessing will lean over his knee and look in for the sign. Here's the kick and the pitch. And Long takes it down low for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes to Long. Tyler Harrington is in the on-deck circle. The Zap are playing Long to pull the baseball. Big gap in right center field. Blessing's 1-0. And Long takes it in the dirt, and trying to find it is Dukeshire, but it's too late as Jansen gets down to third base on the wild pitch. So Neil Jansen is 90 feet away from scoring the game's first run. He's down at third. And a 2 ball and no strike count here on Timon Long. Here's the stretch. The 2-0 pitch on the way. Long swings, and he hits this ball in the air to deep center field. Traphagen going back. He's underneath of it now and will reach up and make the catch shy of the warning track. Jansen will tag. He will score, and the Moo had the game's first run. Timon Long with his 33rd run batted into the season as he hits a sacrifice fly to center field, and the Moo lead it by a 1-0 count. So that's how you manufacture a run right there. Jansen doubled, got to third on a wild pitch, and scores on the sacrifice fly. So the bases are cleared now with 2 down. And it brings to the plate the third baseman, number 18, Tyler Harrington. Harrington is 0 for 1. He flew out to center field the first time around. Blessing's first pitch to Harrington. He's on the outside corner for a strike. 1 strike to Harrington. Connor Peterson would be next. Blessing working out of the stretch, just like Mueller for Fremont in the 0-1, and Harrington hits it the other way in the air toward right, but floating back underneath of it and making the catch is Preston Lau for the final out of the inning. So Harrington hit it strong, but Lau was positioned perfectly, and that'll do it for the Moo in the fourth. But they do get 1 run, and they do so on 1 hit. There were no errors, and there was nobody left on base. We have played 4 complete, where the Fremont Moo lead the Oahe Zap by a score of 1-0. Time now for the bathroom break, and it's presented by Weesey Plumbing and Excavating. When something messy breaks, remember your duty is our duty at Weesey Plumbing. Call 721-6908.
The Hacienda Mexican Restaurant.
Gentlemen, here at Weesey Plumbing and Excavating, our customer's duty is our duty.
Yes, Drill Sergeant.
Now, you're Fremont's finest, and I want you people-pleasing plunger anglers to remember here at Weesey, we don't stop fighting clogged drains, low water pressure, frozen pipes, until our residential and commercial customers are smiling. Am I making myself clear, you toilet snake and sink suckers?
Yes, Drill Sergeant.
Now, our customers will find us in Fremont, on Facebook, and online at WeeseyPlum.com. Weesey Plumbing and Excavating. Your duty is our duty.
It doesn't get better than Allo Communications in Fremont. Allo Communications offers 100% fiber to the home, internet, TV, and phone service options in Fremont. No more buffering, no more lag, just crazy fast internet and crystal clear TV and phone. Sign up now for a service that best fits your needs. Call 402-459-2055 for residential sales and ask about business sales too. Located at 1640 East 29th in Fremont. Open Monday through Friday from 8 to 5. Allo Communications. Back to historic Moeller Field, the Fremont Moo take the game's first lead on a sacrifice fly by Timon Long to center field, bringing in Neil Jansen. And so it's a 1-0 contest. And for the Oahe Zap, it will be the 6, 7, and 8 batters that will be coming to the plate. As it'll be Jacob Trusner, Tyler Traphagen, and Jared Heck. A mean game of musical chairs taking place between innings. And members from our Stars of Tomorrow Fremont Rebels are participating in that and representing sections of the stadium here tonight where folks are winning prizes. As the sun is starting to set to our west, it's getting up underneath some of the cloud cover, so a little bit of sunshine is still beaming down on the field, and Andrew Kirchner's got to look into that out in left field. Jacob Trustner leads things off. He is 0 for 1, struck out looking his first time. As Landon Mueller will get ready to deliver the first pitch of the inning, and it's swung on and missed for strike one. No balls and 1 strike to Jacob Trustner. He's batting 180 with no home runs and 8 runs batted in. 1-0 Moo lead, today being July the 20th, and we'll take a look at plenty of on this date in baseball history for you. As Landon Mueller's getting ready to deliver an 0-1 pitch. And that's swung on a miss for strike 2. It's 0-2. It was on this date in 2018 that Matt Carpenter hit 3 homers and 2 doubles to lead the Cardinals to a 17-5 win over the Cubs. And he was just the second hitter to achieve that particular combination of extra base hits after Chris Bryant, and ties the club record for total bases in a game with 16. There's a pitch down low, and the count now 1 ball and 2 strikes to Trustner. On the state in 2017, the Pirates defeated the Brewers 4-2 to complete a 4-game sweep at PNC Park. Gregory Polanco homered, and Chris Stewart had 3 hits to back Jamison Talon's strong pitching. 1-2 here on Jacob Trustner. Pitch from Mueller. Swing and a miss at a fastball high for strike 3. Another strikeout here for Landon Mueller. Give him 7 now on 4 1/3, and there's 1 down here in the top of the 5th inning. And that's going to bring to the plate the center fielder, number 24, Tyler Traphagen. He was the game's first base runner. He drew a leadoff walk in the 3rd inning, but immediately got picked off by Mueller for the first out of the inning. Back to that story I was telling you about Milwaukee and Pittsburgh back in 2017. The Pirates winning that game I was describing as this pitch is high. It's 1-0 to Traphagen. With that particular victory by the Pirates, Milwaukee's seemingly comfortable 5.5 game lead atop the NL Central at the All-Star break suddenly had shrunk to only 1 game over Chicago and the Pirates. We're also back in the thick of the race after winning 11 of 13 to move within 3 of the games of the Brew Crew at this time of the year in 2017. 1-0 pitch to Traphagen. He swings and pulls it foul up the first base side. And the count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike to Tyler Traphagen, the center fielder. One out, nobody on, top of the 5th. A 1-0 Fremont Moo lead. Stretched by Landon Mueller. 1-1 pitch on the way. Breaking ball, swung on a foul back to the net. It's now 1-2. On the state in 2016, all eyes were on pitcher Drew Pomerantz, the All-Star, who was making his first start for the Red Sox against the Giants. But it was first baseman Hanley Ramirez who stole the show. He hit 3 home runs and drove in 6 to lead Boston to an 11-7 victory. The 1-2 by Mueller is upstairs for ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pomerantz pitched 3 scoreless innings, but he lost it completely in the 4th as he allowed the first 7 Giants batters to reach base, including a 3-run homer by Mac Williamson, his opponent. Matt Cain, here's a ball that's hit high in the air down the right field line. Long run for everybody, and in foul territory, Easton Steck will make the catch for out number 2. So Traphagen fouls out, and there are 2 down here in the 5th. As that will bring to the plate the third baseman, Jared Heck, who's 0 for 1. He struck out his first time. Pomerantz's opponent, Matt Cain, in his return from the disabled list, did even worse. He gave up 3 homers in 2 1/3 innings. Matt Barnes was awarded the win on a rare occasion where the final decision was left up to the official scorer. First pitch on the way to Heck, and it misses outside for a ball. That's one of those rare circumstances where if a starter doesn't go 5 innings, the official scorer can actually determine afterwards who they feel pitched the best in order to get the victory. Usually it's the very next pitcher if the lead is held, and I'll make Kelly go home and read the Major League Baseball scoring book tonight and come back and give us a full report coming up tomorrow. No, he says no. The 2-0 pitch swung on a miss. 2 balls and 1 strike to Jared Heck. You have 2 things that people have in their back pocket but they never thoroughly read. Here's the 2-1 pitch on the way. It's high for a ball. Major League Baseball's rule book and also the owner's manual on your vehicle. Those are the two things it seems like everybody's got. You have those, but you never do read it. 3 balls and 1 strike here on Jared Heck. Next pitch by Mueller is down in the dirt for ball 4. So Jared Heck will draw a walk, and that's the 3rd walk given up tonight by Landon Mueller. A 2-out free pass, and the inning will continue for Oahe as the shortstop Andrew Beavers will come to the plate. Beavers over 1, struck out looking his first time.
2 outs and a man on first. The shortstop, number 7, Andrew Beavers, at the plate.
Back in 2015, Zhu Ying signed with the Orioles, becoming the first player who was Chinese by birth and ancestry to ink a contract to play in the United States. A 19-year-old outfielder and first baseman. His nickname was Itchy. Pitch to Beavers, and it's going to miss for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Probably because it was easier for everybody to say. Itchy at the MLB China Development Center in Weizhou. Zhang Zhu would be evaluated by the Orioles scouts in the spring before being assigned to a minor league affiliate. There's a pitch high, and it's off the glove of Nichols into the backstop. So Heck down to second base. And that'll be a wild pitch as that ball was very high. So the Zap have a runner in scoring position with 2 down. At a 2-ball, no strike count here on Andrew Beavers as the Moo are trying to get Landon Mueller through this 5th inning. Second inning in a row that the Zap have put a runner out in scoring position. Mueller checks the base runner at second, and now the 2-0 pitch. Fastball that just missed down and in for ball 3. Didn't miss by much. It was on this date in 2015 that the Angels hosted their first doubleheader since 2003, caused by a rare rainout the day before, and they swept the Red Sox 11-1 and 7-3. Albert Pujols had 3 homers to lead the offensive barrage. 3-0 from Mueller is way outside for ball 4. So 2 consecutive walks now by Landon Mueller, 4 total, and that puts runners at first and second with 2 down. And it'll bring the Zap back to the top of the order with left fielder Trevor Seagraves. Seagraves 1 for 2, struck out his first time, and he singled, stole a base, and got stranded in the 4th inning. So Mueller looks in. He's got the sign. First pitch to Seagraves is a breaking ball that's high for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes as Mueller not quite as pinpoint as what he was earlier. Runner at second is Heck. Over at first is Beavers. Mueller's 1-1 or 1-0 pitch. That's in there for a strike. The count evens. It's now 1-1. He was on the state in 2014 in his 5th major league start. Odrisamer Despain came within 4 outs of throwing his first no-hitter in the history of the San Diego Padres. July 20th of 2014. Here's a breaking ball, swung and a miss, strike 2. So the count 1-2. The Mets' Daniel Murphy broke up his bid with a 2-out double in the 8th inning, and David Wright followed with a single that tied the score at 1, ending Despain's day. Joaquin Benoit was the winner after the Padres scored in the bottom of the 9th for a 2-1 win. Mueller set. Checks the runner, the 1-2 pitch to Seagraves. Swung on and fouled back. Actually, it was foul ball. It was a foul ball as Trey Nichols went back to hustle after it because he thought there was no contact, but home plate umpire Helio Saldano, he said that was a foul ball. Sometimes the players will give you the indication, but Saldano, he was on top of it right away. So the count stays 1-2 here on Trevor Seagraves. Landon Mueller's got the hands of the belt, and he's ready to go. The 1-2 pitch is high for a ball, and the count goes to 2-2. It was on the state in 2013. Although the Mariners managed just 1 hit and strike out 15 times, the team beat the Astros at Minute Maid Park 4-2. Seattle scored 2 runs in the top of the 6th thanks to 2 base on balls and 2 pass balls and a sac fly. 2-2 pitch. Swung on and popped in the air right side and out of play. And then the Mariners tallied another pair in the next frame when Michael Saunders double-plated Justin Smoke and Mike Zunino, who both reached base via a walk. July 20th, 2013, so 10 years ago. The count on Trevor Seagraves is 2 balls and 2 strikes. 1-0 the Moo. We're in the top of the 5th. Mueller's next pitch. And that's high for ball 3. It's the count full here on Trevor Seagraves at 3-2. And Landon Mueller would like a new baseball from home plate umpire Elio Saldano. Both base runners will be off and going here as soon as Mueller will bring the pitch home. Jacob Ortiz is now warming up on the mound in the bullpen.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Full count here on Seagraves. Mueller's ready. And the 3-2 pitch as the runners go is called strike 3 at the top of the zone for out number 2. And Trevor Seagraves is arguing with Elio Saldano. He did not like that call, and he's lucky he didn't get tossed. He threw the bat down and turned around and started barking at Saldano. And he's lucky that there was no ejection on that play. Jeff Kopecki coming over from his base umpire spot as well is listening in to the displeasure of that call. And I believe Jeff Kopecki is telling Seagraves to make sure he doesn't go any further if he wants to stay in the ballgame. So that's going to end the inning as Seagraves strikes out looking. And that's going to do it for the Zap in the 5th. No runs, no hits, no errors. There were 2 runners left on base. Midway through tonight's contest, the Moo lead at 1-0. More coming up. This is Fremont Moo Baseball.
Welcome to Fremont and Dodge County, where we invite you to play, shop, stay, and eat. Dodge County is where your next outdoor adventure is at your fingertips. Fremont and Dodge County have many hotels, campgrounds, and RV parks to suit any needs. Come explore the hidden treasures scattered throughout these vibrant, small town and sleepy rural villages that harmonize with nearby urban opportunities.
Wouldn't it be great if you could have your insurance for auto, home, business, farm, life, and retirement in just one agency? That's what Inspro, a Marsh McLennan Agency Company LLC, is for. They can help protect what's important to you. With Inspro, your future is limitless. Visit Inspro in Fremont or call them at 402-721-9707. Nationwide is on your side. Nationwide Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates, Columbus, Ohio. Subject to underwriting guidelines, review, and approval.
Early in the morning, late at night. It don't even matter what time it is.
Back at historic Moeller Field in Fremont, Rich Ray with you on Big Dog Country, FremontMoo.com. Also at FremontMoo.com/Mixler and video streaming live at YouTube at BSDN Live. The Moo leading by a score of 1-0 as we go to the bottom of the 5th. And Connor Peterson will lead things off, the shortstop. Connor's 0 for 1. He popped up to second base his first time. Nick Blessing, through 4 innings, has given up 1 run off of 1 hit. And Trevor Seagraves struck out looking with runners at first and second on a pitch that was at or near the top of the zone, and he did not like the call from Elio Saldano. As the first pitch to Peterson is outside for a ball, it's 1-0, and there was a little animosity between innings there, between Seagraves and getting his point across. 1-0 here on Connor Peterson. Next pitch, and that's way outside for ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. Continuing with a look at on this date in Major League Baseball history, and we'll go back 10 years here when we get a chance to Milwaukee, Wisconsin. 2-0 on Connor Peterson. Next pitch, and that is going to be on the inside corner for a strike. It's 2-1. Yep, 10 years ago on this date at Miller Park in a game against Miami, the Brewers wear throwback jerseys to honor the Milwaukee Bears. That was a Negro League team that played in Brewtown during the 1923 season. Peterson fouls this one back. It's now 2-2. Brewers manager Ron Renicky had a wardrobe malfunction on his on his jersey, which ended up spelling Milwaukee wrong. That's what happened. Here's a liner back up the middle off the glove of Blessing, back behind second base, picked up the throw to first, not in time. Good effort by Mamarian to try to pick that up as that bounced off the glove of Blessing, and that is going to be a base hit for Connor Peterson. So Peterson, with an infield single, gives Fremont a base runner here in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Number 39, Andrew Kirchner.
And Trenton Duxer goes out, and we'll chat just a bit with Blessing as well. And the next batter for the Moo will be left fielder Andrew Kirchner.
Here's Andrew Kirchner, struck out swinging his first time up.
Yeah, Milwaukee was spelled incorrectly. It was spelled Milwakuee. The E was on the wrong side of the K. Unfortunately, it happens. Here is Andrew Kirchner at the plate. First pitch to Kirchner, down low, bounces, but Dukeshire will keep it near, and Peterson stays put. 1 ball, no strikes. Also 10 years ago, the Mariners managed only 1 hit against the Astros, but they still won by a score of 4-2. That was July 20th of 2013. Nobody out. Runner at first, bottom of the 5th inning, 1-0 Fremont. The 1-0 pitch. Kirchner swings and hits a ground ball to second. Bounces off the chest of Mamarian and into right field. Peterson's around second, going to third. Here comes the throw, and he is going to be safe. Throw back to second, not in time. And the Moo got runners at second and third. It is going to be an error on Mamarian out at second base for the first error of the contest. And the Moo with some aggressive base running to get runners at second and third. So Fremont have runners at second and third with nobody out. And the inning will continue now for second baseman number 11, Tyler Hummel. Hummel's 0 for 1. He flew out to center field his first time. There's the stretch by Blessing in the pitch. And Hummel takes this one on the outside corner for a strike. It's 0-1. 11 years ago today, after trailing the Nationals by 9 runs after 5 innings of play, the Braves take the lead 10-9 when the team plays 2 runs in the top of the 9th. No balls and 1 strike here to Hummel. Next pitch, Tyler waves and misses that one, and he's down at the count 0-2. Washington would knock the score in the bottom of the frame on Danny Espinosa's home run, but Atlanta will complete its amazing comeback with an unanswered run in the 11th inning. Braves defeat the Nationals 11-10. 11 years ago today. 0-2 pitch, and Hummel swings and misses for strike 3. Pitch a bit inside, another strikeout for Blessing. He's got 5 in the outing. And there's 1 down here in the bottom of the 5th. So that'll bring to the plate the catcher, number 32, Trey Nichols. Trey is 0 for 1. He bounced out to third base his first time. Peterson at third, Kirchner at second. Fremont trying to extend this 1-0 lead. Nick Blessing is set, and the first pitch is going to be inside for ball 1. 1-0 to Nichols. 11 years ago today, 2012, the Blue Jays and Astros swing a big trade with 10 players changing teams. Looking for pitching with a rash of injuries. The Jays received a boatload, which we'll discuss. The 1-0. And it's inside for ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes to Nichols. The Jays ended up getting Jay Happ, Brandon Lyon, and David Carpenter, while the Astros added veterans Francisco Cordero and Ben Francisco, in addition to prospects Asher Wojciechowski and Joe Musgrove. And Nichols swings and hits this ball in the air to left center field. This is going to split the defenders, and it's going to be up against the fence. And this is going to easily score 2 runs. Trey Nichols has a 2 RBI double as the throw comes home, not in time, and the Moo Line will lead it 3-0. Trey Nichols delivering. Nichols' first 2 runs batted in this season. Doubles to left center. Peterson scoring in front of Andrew Kirchner. So a 3-0 Moo lead here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And that's going to bring to the plate the right fielder, number 24, Easton Steck. Steck is 0 for 1, struck out swinging his first time. Here's the stretch by Nick Blessing. First pitch to Steck. And he takes this low and inside for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. Yeah, so there were 10 players that were shifted around between the Blue Jays and the Astros in the trade 11 years ago today. Blessing looking at Nichols out at second base. The 1-0. And Steck swings, and he hits this one toward third. Hex got it. He will toss it across the diamond in town for out number 2, as Nichols had to stay put at second base. So with 2 down, back to the top of the order now for Fremont. It'll be the designated hitter, Hayden Lewis. Lewis is 0 for 2. He struck out swinging both times. Also on this date 11 years ago today, the United States Postal Service issued a set of 4 commemorative stamps depicting Hall of Famers on them. So if you're a stamp collector, you're all into that. Here's the first pitch to Lewis. It's on the outside corner for a strike. It's 0-1. Larry Doby was part of that. And also Joe DiMaggio. Here's the 0-1. Swung on a miss. It's 0-2. Joe Morgan was on there too. No balls and 2 strikes here on Hayden Lewis. Couple looks out to second base by Blessing in the pitch. Lewis swings and misses for strike 3, and he has struck out 3 times this evening. Blessing now with 6 strikeouts in the contest, and that'll do it for Fremont in the 5th. But the Moo get 2 runs, and they do so on 2 hits. There was 1 error and 1 runner left on base. We played 5 complete, where the Moo lead the Zap 3-0. More baseball coming up. This is Fremont Moo Baseball.
Looking for a new pharmacy? Look no further than your Fremont Hy-Vee Pharmacy. We offer amazing value and superior service. This July, if you transfer and fill a prescription with us, you'll earn $1 off every gallon of gas. That's right, you'll earn $1 fuel saver for every transferred and filled prescription this July at your Fremont Hy-Vee Pharmacy. Voted Best of Fremont 2023. Thank you. We look forward to serving you and truly appreciate your business.
The Hacienda Mexican Restaurant, your favorite family-owned restaurant, is offering their Family Taco Pack special. Right now, feed the whole family with 12 tacos, rice, beans, chips, and salsa for only $33. Be sure to check the back of your Fremont Moo tickets for a Move List discount at La Hacienda. You can get the Family Taco Pack anytime. The Hacienda, 3140 Elk Lane. Call in your Family Taco Pack at 402-721-9999 or order online at lahaciendafremont.com. They cater too.
Back at historic Moeller Field, Fremont Moo leading the Oahe Zap by a score of 3-0 as the Moo get a 2 RBI double from Trey Nichols to extend the lead. And now Fremont will go to the bullpen as Landon Mueller's night is done. Mueller, for the second straight appearance against the Zap, is gone in a quality start where he's given up just 1 hit. He worked 5 innings tonight, giving up 1 hit, no runs, walked 4, struck out 7, and had 1 wild pitch. And now it will be Jacob Ortiz who will take over on the mound. Ortiz out of Saracosa Community College. And where's number 6? He's from Tucson, Arizona. Ortiz has pitched 4 innings this summer. This is his 5th appearance. They're all out of the bullpen. He is 0-1 on the year. He's given up 3 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned. He has struck out 3 and walked 7, and has an ERA of 5.25. So Jacob Ortiz will come on, and for the Moo for the remainder of this ball game, let's see if Coach Asher is thinking about middle relievers going 1 inning apiece, or maybe 2 at the most. So it'll be 2, 3, and 4 for the Zap here in the 6th inning. Jackson Mix, Kyle Mamarian, and Trenton Dukeshire. Mix tonight is 0 for 2. Struck out his first time swinging, and he flew out to center field the second time around. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 error for the Zap. 3 runs, 3 hits, and no errors for the Moo. So Jacob Ortiz will face Jackson Mix. Ortiz will work out of the stretch as well. In the first offering, he swung on and pulled foul down the right side. It's 0-1. It is the 6th inning. It's time now for our Moo trivia question tonight. And we invite you to chime in with your answer by going to fremontmoo.com/Mixler. That's MIXLR. And give us your correct answer. And if we get a winner, we'll ponder in my brain what we might give away as a prize. It's my low-budget broadcast. Here's the 0-1. And it's down low for a ball, 1 ball, and 1 strike. Which Major League Baseball player holds the record for most valuable player awards? Tell me the player and tell me how many awards. Which Major League Baseball player has the most MVPs? Who's the player and how many awards did he win? 1 ball and 1 strike here to Jackson Mix. Next pitch is swung on and popped up foul left side. That's out of play. And the count now 1-2. If you know the correct answer, jump on our live chat at fremontmoo.com/Mixler. Type it in, and we'll see if you're right. And if you're wrong, I promise I'll heckle you quietly, so not very many people here. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Jackson Mix. I can't go multiple choice on this one here today because there are many chances. Here's a bouncing ball out to Hummel at second. He's got it over to first in time for out number 1. So Jackson Mix grounds to second base, and there's 1 down here in the top of the 6th inning. So that brings to the plate now second baseman number 23, Kyle Momarian. Momarian is 0 for 1. He grounded out to short, and he also drew a walk before he was forced out at second base. You won't have to think as hard as it's not as tough as you think. Is that my hint for the night? That's not a very good one, is it? First pitch to Momarian. He swings, a little pop up over to first base. Timon Long reaches up and makes the catch for out number 2. So Kyle Momarian pops up to first, and quickly there are 2 down here in the Zap 6th inning. And that'll bring catcher Trenton Dukeshire to the plate. Once again, the Moo trivia question tonight. Which Major League Baseball player has won the most valuable player awards in history? Who is he, and how many did he win? No, it's not Bo Jackson. Bo knows. Yes. Dukeshire 0 for 2 tonight, a couple flyouts. Ortiz, he's set. First pitch to Dukeshire. And it's going to be down low, ball 1. 1 ball and 0 strikes to Trenton. And if he gets aboard, then Preston Lau would be next. He is one of the most athletic baseball players that have played the game. Holds many records. Here's the 1-0 on the way. A fastball on the inside corner at the knees for a strike. Count evens here on Dukeshire. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Can't give too many more hints here, because if I do, then I'll just give it away. His dad was a famous baseball player, too. All right? How's that work? Here's the 1-1. Swung on and foul back. So the count 1 ball and 2 strikes on Trenton Dukeshire. 3-0 in favor of Fremont. We're in the bottom of the, or I beg your pardon, we're at the top of the 6th inning. Fremont getting a run in the 5th, and then a run in the 4th and 2 in the 5th inning. Off starter Nick Blessing. Jacob Ortiz in relief here in the 6th. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The kick and the pitch. Swung on and hit in the air to center field. Neil Jansen coming on. He's underneath of it, and he's going to make the catch for the final out of the inning. So Jacob Ortiz pitches a clean 6th for the Fremont Moo. He retires the 2 through 4 batters, 3 up and 3 down. We're through 5.5 innings at historic Moeller Field, where the Fremont Moo lead the Oahe Zap by the score of 3-0. More baseball coming up. This is Fremont Moo baseball action.
Fans, don't miss the Moo tomorrow night.
Gentlemen, here at Weesey Plumbing and Excavating, our customer's duty is our duty.
Yes, Drill Sergeant.
Now, you're Fremont's finest, and I want you people-pleasing plunger wranglers to remember here at Weesey, we don't stop fighting clogged drains, low water pressure, frozen pipes, until our residential and commercial customers are smiling. Am I making myself clear, you toilet snake and sink suckers?
Yes, Drill Sergeant.
Now, our customers will find us in Fremont, on Facebook, and online at WeeseyPlum.com. Weesey Plumbing and Excavating. Your duty is our duty.
Now that's what a solid piece of wood sounds like. Look just past that left field wall at Moeller Field. You'll see Christensen Lumber, a solid lumber company for nearly a century. And there goes another ball into the lumber yard. Professional builders know Christensen Lumber is their home run hitter for quality materials. More contractors and woodworkers will tell you Christensen Lumber is the best choice to find quality cuts of lumber. Since 1923, Christensen Lumber. It's where the pros go. 714 South Main, just past the left field wall at Moeller Field.
Take a seat right over there. Sat on the stairs, stay or leave. The cabinets are bare, and I'm unaware of just how we got into this mess.
Back at historic Moeller Field, we go to the bottom of the sixth. The Fremont Moo leading the Oahe Zap by a score of 3-0 as Nick Blessing is going to work his way into the sixth inning. He's gone 5 innings so far for Oahe, giving up 3 runs off of 3 hits. And he has struck out 6 in his performance here tonight. All right, we got a winner at our Moo trivia question. And the question once again was, I needed to know which Major League Baseball player has won the most valuable player awards. Who was he and how many did he win? The correct answer, Barry Bonds. Barry Bonds won 7 most valuable player awards. Troy SD chimes in with us on FremontMixler.com. He says, Barry, and in parentheses, no PEDs bonds, no performance-enhancing drugs. I love it when Troy chimes in. He's always got something snarky in there. I like it. So congratulations, Troy. Thanks for playing. Thanks for listening. And I tell you what, I'm going to give you another trivia question coming up here in just a moment. How's that sound? Yep, 2 for the price of 1 here tonight. Yeah. Yep, exactly. Neil Jansen stepping to the plate now. He's 1 for 2. First pitch to Jansen, and it's outside for a ball, 1 ball and no strikes. 1-0 to Neil Jansen. He grounded out to second base the first time, doubled, got to third on a wild pitch, and then scored on time and long sacrifice fly to center in the 4th inning. 1 ball and no strikes. Next pitch from Jansen is in there for a strike. So I need to know which Major League Baseball player has won the most World Series titles as a player. Which Major League Baseball Hall of Famer has won the most World Series as a player as Jansen swings and pulls this ball into left field for a base hit. So Neil Jansen's got a 2-hit ball game tonight. He singles to left field to begin the bottom of the 6th inning for the Moo. Runner at first with nobody out. And it'll bring to the plate first baseman Timon Long. Long is 0 for 2. He's popped up to first and a sacrifice fly to center, bringing in a run. Fremont leading 3-0. A little activity down in the Zap bullpen here. As Blessing works his way in the 6th. Throw back to first will chase the runner back. Which former Major Leaguer holds the record for the most World Series titles as a player? Who was he and how many? Make Google, won't I? Here's the pitch. Long swings and pulls this one in the air, foul to the left side and out of play. And they count no balls and 1 strike here to Timon Long. The Moo have out-hit the Zap tonight 4-1. Landon Mueller began the ball game. He worked 5 innings. Jacob Ortiz has worked through the 6th. We'll see if Ortiz comes out for the 7th or if the Moo will go to the bullpen. But they're at the plate right now with Neil Jansen at first and nobody out. 0-1 pitch to Long. He swings and grounds it up the third base side. That's a fair ball inside the bag. And around second is Jansen. He's on his way toward third. The throw coming into third will be off the mark, and that's to be a double for Timon Long. That ball bounced right over the top of the bag along the chalk. And Elio Saldano points in fair territory. And it's a double for Timon Long to give Moo base runners at second and third with nobody out. So good start to the inning here for Fremont offensively.
Number 18, Tyler Harrington.
That's going to bring to the plate now the third baseman, number 18, Tyler Harrington. Harrington's 0 for 2. He's flown out to center field, and he's also flown out to right field. So Nick Blessing looking in to Trenton Dukeshire. And the Moo with thoughts of extending the lead. First pitch to Harrington. And it's blown away for a ball. Once again, you can chime in on our live chat, which is at fremontmoo.com/Mixler, or on YouTube on BSDN Live, and you can chat with Kelly. Kelly, you're getting a lot of answers, aren't you? 1 ball and no strikes. The next pitch, Harrington is going to tap it up the first base side. It's now 1-1. All right, we'll go Kelly's way here. He's got a lot of answers. Kelly is our video producer off mic here. And the question once again is I needed to know which Major League Baseball player has won the most World Series titles as a player. And the answer is Yogi Berra, and he won 10 of them. That's right. 1-1. The pitch to Harrington down low. Did we have a winner, Kelly, or do we have multiple winners?
We have a winner. The Oahe Zap baseball owner.
Okay. So the management from the Oahe Zap, you bet? 2-1 the count. Next pitch on the way. Harrington swings and hits this one through the left side, base hit. It'll bring in Jansen, and Long will advance to third on the play. Tyler Harrington with an RBI single now makes it a 4-0 Fremont Moo lead. So Harrington singling, bringing in Jansen. The first 3 batters have been able to reach on base hits are against Nick Blessing in the 6th. And the inning will continue now for the shortstop, Connor Peterson. Kelly, you'll like this. Troy SD, who won earlier, says, do you have to get both to win more fair tickets? That was his question. I tell you what, Troy, you reach out to us off air. We'll get you some fair tickets. We promise. How's that sound? All right, the runner goes. The pitch to Peterson is inside for a ball. And a stolen base for Tyler Harrington. He's down in scoring position with nobody out. Runners are at second and third. 1-0 count here on Connor Peterson. Blessing's next pitch, and Peterson takes it down low. It's now 2 balls and no strikes. 2-0 to Connor Peterson. Even for our viewers that are, watching from up north, if you want to come all the way down to the Saunders County Fair from South Dakota, we'll line you up. 2-0 the count. Here's the next pitch. That's outside and backhanded by Dukeshire. Nice pick to keep it from going to the backstop. Back in the day, when I was early in my broadcasting career, I worked for a year and a half up in Madison, South Dakota, in a radio job there, and there's a huge fair in Sioux Falls. I'm trying to remember it. I should ask Jack's on air. I should ask him when we get a second here. I want to see it was like the Empire Fair or something of that nature. I know I'm wrong. This pitch is in there for a strike. It's 3-1 to Connor Peterson. But it was a huge fair in Sioux Falls. It was like a state fair, but it was the big event. Big event in Sioux Falls each summer. Next pitch swung on, hit through the left side, base hit. Yeah, it's coming in. Score will be Timon Long, and it's now a 5-0 Moo lead. As Connor Peterson singles his second hit of the ball game. And Fremont takes a 5-0 lead. Jamie Haberger out of the dugout. And he may potentially be making a pitching change here. Nick Blessing has done yeoman's work. Got off to a great start, retiring the first 9 batters that he faced in the contest. And then the Moo slowly able to connect against Blessing. Remember, Blessing just pitched 2 nights ago in relief, pitching a couple of innings. He's been one of the top pitchers as far as innings have been chewed up this year. The Sioux Empire Fair, that's what it was. Thank you, Troy. Sioux Empire Fair. I knew it was Empire Fair. Anyway, we're going to have a pitching change. So a pitching change coming up now for the Oahe Zap. It's a 5-0 Moo lead with nobody out and runners at first and second here in the top of the 6th. Let's go to our Moo mid-game interview. As earlier today, I caught up with Connor Peterson. Time once again for our Moo mid-game interview. We're joined by Connor Peterson with the Fremont Moo. And you're very close to this team, obviously, by playing at Midland University. Talk about the trek from Arizona to Midland, what that was like for you, and how fun it is to be around here.
It's a obviously long ways from home, 22-hour drive. Sitting in a vehicle a long ways, different atmosphere, small town, a lot of different weather changes. Pretty cool to be here around the boys over the summer. Heard a lot of good things about the Moo. Finally got my opportunity to play and made it the best so far.
It's been unique for you with the Moo because you started as a temp, then you're on as a player, then you went home for a little bit, and then you got able to come back. Tell us about what that's all about.
So just kind of cool at the beginning. They asked me, hey, you want to come throw some innings, be a fill-in guy. Of course, I took it up. Got here, kind of made the best of it, made my chances higher. I went home for a little bit. Coaches were like, hey, you come back. Be nice to have you back. So I came back, and here we are.
Here's a stupid question of the day. What's more fun, offense or defense?
Defense for me.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Why?
I don't know. I've always been a big fielder guy. I used to play catching stuff with my dad when he used to play slow pitch softball. We'd go out there and they'd hit me ground balls all day, so I just loved it.
I would guess that out of you. I would be thinking you're the one that's swinging, hurting your back, trying to hit it over the Moeller Monster.
Oh, no, not me.
Not you?
Nope. Defense for sure.
Defensively, what's your favorite position that you like to play?
I definitely like to say third.
Yeah.
So played the whole infield for the Moo. Played almost all at Midland too as well, but definitely third.
Very good. Tell us about what you're studying in school.
I'm an ag business major at school. Planning to be an animal nutritionist.
Okay, very good, very good. When school's all done, obviously you still want to be playing baseball, but if that doesn't fall apart, then the agribusiness thing is there. Are you thinking about staying around the area, or maybe heading back to Arizona, or see what happens?
I want to stay around the Midwest for sure. Kind of bigger ag lands out here, so it's kind of the plan for right now.
Very good. Connor, thanks so much. Good luck the rest of the year.
Thank you, sir. Have a good one.
That is Connor Peterson, our Moo mid-game interview, joining us. And Connor wears number 28, and right now he is at first base after his second hit of the evening. He's headed back on over there during our pitching change. So Nick Blessing goes 5 innings for the Moo and then faces 4 batters. I beg your pardon, 5 innings for the Zap and faces 4 batters in the 6th. He gave up 7 hits, struck out 6, and had 1 wild pitch. And he's given up a total of 4 runs and is responsible for the other 2 base runners that are aboard. So Gage Huffman comes on. Gage is a right-hander from Milligan University. His hometown is Tyler County, West Virginia. And first pitch to Kirchner is high and away for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. Kirchner is 0 for 2. He struck out swinging, and he reached on an air in the 5th and later came around and scored. So Fremont leads it by a score of 5-0. Huffman has pitched 3 in the 3rd innings this season for the Zap. This is his 7th appearance, all out of the bullpen. And Kirchner swings and misses at this pitch and misses. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Huffman has no record on the year. He's given up 5 hits, 10 runs, all earned. He has struck out 4 and walked 6. The ERA is hefty at 27.00. 1 ball and 1 strike here on Andrew Kirchner. Next pitch, that's high for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike to Kirchner. I'll tell you what, the schedule makers were not friendly to the Zap at this time of the year. 10-game road trip. 3 different cities. Hastings, Fremont, and then to Casper, Wyoming. 2-1. Kirchner takes it way high as Dukeshire had to reach up to keep it from going to the backstop. So the count now 3 balls and 1 strike. 3-1 on Kirchner. Yeah, it's getting to be fair season too. I know through BSD and Live, Kelly's been busy getting ready for numerous fairs around the area. Here's the 3-1, and it's high for ball 4. So Kirchner will draw a walk, and that's going to load up the bases with nobody out. And the inning continues now for the second baseman, number 11, Tyler Hummel. Yep, when you get to the end of July, then you've got Washington County Fair taking place over in Arlington. Saunders County Fair is in Wahoo. The following week, Dodge County Fair, that's up in Scribner, just north of Fremont. Fair time. Tyler Hummel stepping to the plate. Base is loaded. Corner infielders are in here as Hoffman's going to work out of the windup. A long look into Dukeshire for the sign, and the first pitch to Hummel is high for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes to Hummel. Trey Nichols will be next. Tyler Harrington at third base. Connor Peterson at second. Andrew Kirchner is at first. 2 runs in this inning for the Moo, who lead it now 5-0. The 1-0 pitch. And Hummel takes that one for a strike. It is 1-1. Well, now into my second year of having the chance to do this here with the Moo, I've learned that on your bus trips, you have to find a way to keep yourself occupied. That's for sure. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And it's swung on a miss for strike 2. The thing about the Independence League is that it's in the Midwest and part of the United States, but the bus trips are long. I mean, aside from Fremont going to Hastings, which is 2.5 hours, that's the shortest bus trip. The 1-2 on the way, and Hummel takes it high and inside. And the Zap know all about this, too, because they travel all over the place. From Fremont to Casper, that's 9 hours. Going to Spearfish next week, that'll be 9 hours. Up to Oahe, that's a 5.5-hour trip if you're going at a good pace. The 2-2 is outside. Now 3 balls and 2 strikes. And then from Fremont to Badlands and Dickinson, that's a 10.5-hour trip. So if you're one of those that likes to binge movie watching on your phone, that's the way to do it. 3-2, Hummel swings, pops it foul to the right side, now to play. So the count stays 3-2. And the players, if you know the baseball players very well, they keep themselves occupied on the buses as well. They sleep. Boy, can they sleep. The 3-2. And that's down on the dirt end of the backstop, but that's ball 4, and that'll bring across a run. So it makes it 6-0 in favor of Fremont, as Tyler Hummel will get an RBI as he draws the walk with the bases loaded. And that'll bring now Trey Nichols to the plate. Still nobody out in the inning. The Moo lead it by a score of 6-0 here in the bottom of the sixth. And Trey Nichols is 1 for 2. Trey had the hit that kind of sparked things in the fifth inning. Had a 2 RBI double to left field. That brought in a pair of runs. First pitch to Nichols down low as Dukeshire went to backhand it, and I think it got underneath of his mask. 1 ball and no strikes here on Trey Nichols. And that's one that stings a little bit. He went to pick it, and it came up and hit right underneath the mask. It'll leave you spitting out chiclets is what that'll do. Have you losing teeth. 1-0 here on Nichols. Gage Hoffman. He's in relief of Nick Blessing, the 1-0. And that's high and inside, ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes to Trey Nichols. 6-0, Moo lead. But I was telling earlier that the players, they'll sleep a lot. You know, they want to know when the next stop is, so they all go get food. There's the 2-1, 2-0 pitches in there. It's 2 balls and a strike, but if you know the players, and this is not my era type of thing, but here's this game that they play in the ball. It's called Mafia, is what it's played. And this pitch is swung on and foul back. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. I haven't participated. That's for the young guys. I mean, they keep me out of it. But from what I understand, it's a on the bus game similar to like Clue when we grew up as kids, Kelly and I. Yep, the 2-2 on the way. And Nichols will swing and hit this one to shortstop, where it is fielded cleanly. Over to second for 1, and that's all that the Zap will get is a run scores in the play. So Trey Nichols will get an RBI in that fielder's choice, as Hummel is retired 6-4 for the first out of the inning. Kirchner to third, and Connor Peterson scores. That officially closes the book now on Nick Blessing. So he goes 5 innings, giving up 7 hits, 7 runs. 5 of those runs will be earned. He did not walk a batter. He struck out 6 and had 1 wild pitch. 7-0 the Moo with the lead, bottom of the 6th. And here's Easton Steck at the plate. First pitch to Steck, and a fastball is low. 1 ball and no strikes to Steck, who's the 8th batter to hit this inning for Fremont. Steck 0 for 2 tonight. He struck out swinging his first time, and he grounded out to third, second time around. The 1-0 is a fastball to the backstop on a fly. That wild pitch allows Trey Nichols to get down to second base. So runners are at second and third. And the count on Easton Steck is 2-0. 2 balls and no strikes to Easton Steck. Hoffman nods as he gets a sign, the wind and the pitch. And it's now high, 3-0. Now, of course, the State Fair here in Nebraska, that is in Grand Island. Growing up as a kid, it was always in Lincoln, but it moved to Grand Island, I want to say, maybe 15 years ago, something like that. Fantastic facility out in Grand Island to host that. The 3-0 is in there for a strike. It's 3-1. I'm guessing again. I'm probably going to need help from Troy, who's listening in on Mixler, or our South Dakota fans as well. Here's the 3-1 pitch on the way, and it swung on a foul back. It's now 3-2. Now, when I was living in South Dakota in '96, the State Fair was in Huron. Huron, South Dakota is where it was. And I have not done any research on it this year, and I don't know if it moves around. But I remember it was then. 3-2 here on Easton Steck. The wind and the pitch in the way. And I caught the outside corner for called strike 3. Easton Steck caught looking. Easton Steck did not like that call by Elio Saldano, who practically made that call before the ball was caught. It was near the outside corner, and at this point I think it was close enough is what it was. So strikeout. And there now 2 down in the inning. Back to the top of the order now for Hayden Lewis. Runners at second and third with 2 down. The line in the first pitch to Lewis, and he swings and misses for strike 1. No balls and 1 strike to Hayden Lewis. It's funny, on our trip to Pier, or one of the hotels that we were in, had to move things around a little bit, but the point that I'm making is this pitch misses, is that we were one of two buses that was at one of the hotels, and another bus tour was coming in, and it was with, I don't want to call them senior citizens, but more mature visitors. As Lewis is going to swing and poke one out toward left center field, and it's going to drop in for a base hit. It's going to allow one run to score. Nichols coming around. He's going to come around and score as well, and it's a 2 RBI single for Hayden Lewis to make it a 9-0 ball game. So Hayden Lewis gets into the act. His first hit of the contest, bloops one to left, and Nichols was not going to be denied coming around third base. I didn't see if Ben Asher threw up a stop sign or not, but Nichols was going the entire way, and he scores. And Fremont will bat around here in the 6th inning. It's a 9-0 Moo lead. Neil Jansen 2 for 3 after a ground out to second. He doubled and got to third on a wild pitch, scored, and singled and scored in the 6th, which was earlier this inning. 9-0 the Moo with the lead. And Gage Huffman out of the stretch with Lewis at first base. First pitch to Jansen, swung on, and he will hit this one sharply to left, and it's going to a one-hop up against the fence. Lewis is around second. He's on his way toward third. Jansen hustling for second base, and he slides in there with his second double of the night. Neil Jansen, 3 hits now in the ball game, 2 hits this inning. And the Moo have 2 runners in scoring position now with 2 down. And that'll bring Timon Long to the plate. But back to the end of the story. We're staying, and a bunch of us were down in the lobby last week. And in comes this bus, and this bus had folks that were on it that were probably in the age group 60 and up. And they were coming in, and the very first thing that they did when they get off the bus is that they were able to, Long is going to hit this one back to the mound, picked up by Huffman, and over to first in time to end the inning. But to finish the story, they were able to hydrate right away. There was beer and wine waiting for them on the bus, and it seemed like it was one of those bus tours to maybe that when they stopped off each and every stop, that's what they were able to take in. I said to myself, where do I sign up? How does that happen? All right, in the inning here for the Moo, they score a total of 6 runs, and they do so on 5 hits. There were no errors, and there was 1 runner left on base. We played 6 complete at historic Moeller Field, where Fremont leads it by a score of 9-0. More coming up in a moment. This is Fremont Moo Baseball. Fremont's place to be is the LA Fireproof Door Company. Beer, booze, burgers, and other stuff. Located at 325 North Main Street in downtown Fremont. Stop by and check out their awesome menu. The door is open Monday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 1 a.m. and Sunday from 11 a.m. to 1 a.m. Plus, the grill is open all hours the door is open. All items on the menu are available for takeout. Call 402-727-8911 to place your order. To see what's happening at the door, follow them on Facebook. That's the LA Fireproof Door Company, downtown Fremont. If you're in need of lawn equipment products or repair, contact the professionals at Extreme Outdoor Power at 805 South Broad Street in Fremont. Bring in your lawn equipment and get a same-day free estimate. Call 402-721-1905 for more information or to set up an appointment. Plus, check out the power equipment accessories Extreme Outdoor Power has available. You'll see why Extreme Outdoor Power is the #1 choice for lawn mowers, competitive pricing, customer care, financing, and free estimates. Open Monday through Friday from 8 to 5 and Saturdays from 9 to 3. Extreme Outdoor Power, where they don't sell just mowers, they sell lifestyles. Welcome back to historic Moeller Field in Fremont. Rich Ray along with you on Big Dog Country, 98.9 FM, 1340 AM, KHUB, Fremont, Nebraska, AM and FM, and also at fremontmoo.com/Mixler. Our video streaming live tonight at fremontmoo.com and also on YouTube at BSDN Live, courtesy of Kelly Johnson. I want to give a shout out to our entire Fremont Moo crew for everything that they've been able to do this year. Our managing owner is Chad Miller, and his wife Jessica Miller are the ones that head up everything. And Chad's mother Dana runs the concession stands, and which is fantastic. And it's been a joy to have Kelly Johnson on with us this year, doing the video work, and his son Jonathan has been here except for this week, and that's why Kelly's struggling right now. Preston Lau is going to lead things off here in the top of the 7th against Jacob Ortiz. The first pitch is swung on a miss, strike 1. No balls and a strike to Lau, who's 0 for 2. He struck out looking. He's also reached on a fielder's choice. But a lot of behind-the-scenes work takes place from our Moo crew workers that are waiting on tables and working in the concession stands. A lot of the young ladies from the area are able to do that. And here's the 0-1 on the way. And it's swung on and missed. It's strike 2. And you wouldn't think about it about all the work that takes place. You've got beer vendors and also merchandise vendors as well that are working back behind the grandstand each and every night. Ticket takers. 0-2 the count here on Preston Lau. Ortiz's pitch in the way. And he just missed down low. And the count now 1 ball and 2 strikes to Lau. And, of course, our interns, Craig McMullen, who is our public address announcer here at the home games and also does some of our video interviews with the players and coaches afterwards and helps post the recaps that we have on the website. And as this pitch is down low, it's now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Mindy Wittig, who is one of our social media and digital interns, along with Camden Trevorrow. And then our fun machine is Sullivan Stain, as he does a lot of good marketing promotion work for us as well. Interns that are with us. Craig, of course, is an Omaha West Side graduate that is at Northwest Missouri State. Mindy is taking the long route. She went Barton County Community College, then was at Midland. She's been working in the Midland Sports Information Office and still at Midland getting her master's degree as the 2-2 pitch misses outside. And she's a native of Great Bend, Kansas. And we got to hear about the Phillies all the time. And we also do from Camden Trevorrow. Camden Trevorrow is also a Phillies fan. A Lincoln native that goes to Mid-America Nazarene in Olathe, Kansas. 3-2 the count here on Preston Lau. The next pitch swung on, and it's a chopper over the mound. Peterson's got it at short. He'll toss it on over to long in time for out number 1. So Preston Lau grounds the shortstop, 1 down here in the top of the 7th inning. So it's going to bring to the plate the first baseman, and this is number 30, Jacob Trustner. Trustner's 0 for 2. He struck out twice, once looking, once swinging. Both of those were against Landon Mueller. Sullivan Stain, he is from Platteview High School here in there, Springfield. And he also attends Northwest Missouri State. There's the first pitch to Trustner, and it's high for a ball, 1 ball and no strikes. And the other one's running around all the time when he comes to the ballpark and doing all the behind-the-scenes work. And you can't have success with a program like this without that type of help. The 1-0. Swing and a miss for a strike. It's now 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 to Jacob Trustner, the first baseman. And many, many hours put in, and long days and long nights. And it's all culminating here near the end of the summer. 1 ball and 1 strike here to Trustner. Next pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Jacob Ortiz ahead 1-2. But with the Moo having a season like they are now, it makes it certainly fun when you've got a playoff run that's going to be coming up. Starting on August the 1st, the Moo will play on the road for the first 2 games of the best-of-5 championship series. 1-2 the count here on Jacob Trustner. Ortiz next pitch on the way. It's going to be fouled back to the screen. Its count stays at 1-2. So if you haven't been out to see the Moo yet, you've got a few more times, 3 more regular season home games against the Spearfish Sasquatch. Tomorrow night at 7:05, Saturday 7:05, Sunday at 4:05. And then planned for August the 4th. That's a Friday. That's going to be a big, big night. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The next pitch swung on, and it's going to be hit foul at the third base side. That'll be Game 3 of the Independence League Championship Series best-of-5. Again, the Moo will play the first 2 games on the road, August 1st and 2nd. And if it ended today, they would be at Casper. And then August 3rd is a travel day. August 4th, back at home on a Friday night to take on whoever the second-half winner is. And then August 5th and 6th would be the if necessary games. 1 ball and 2 strikes here on Trustner. The pitch from Ortiz. And Trustner swings and actually tried to hold up. It's a called strike 3. So Trustner caught looking. And first strikeout for Jacob Ortiz as there are 2 down here in the top of the 7th inning. So that'll bring to the plate the center fielder, number 24, Tyler Traphagen. Traphagen's 0 for 1. He's walked and got picked off, and then he fouled out down the right field line in the 5th inning. So when you come on out to the ballpark, catch the interns and tell them what a great job that they've done this year, because it is really, really good work that they've put together. So here's Ortiz, ready to face Traphagen. The first pitch. It's a fastball that misses low and away. 1 ball and no strikes. The Moo leading at 9-0. We're in the top of the 7th inning at historic Moeller Field. Fremont trying to make it a sweep of this series and to also claim the season series over the Zap. If they win it, it would be 7 games to 5. Ortiz ready. The 1-0 pitch. Swung on and hit high in the air to right center field. Jansen going back into the gap and will look up, and he cannot make the catch on the warning track as it'll hit the ground. Now a relay coming in. Peterson will relay it to third, and the throw not in time. And that's going to be a triple for Tyler Traphagen. Traphagen got into that one, and Jansen went a long way to try to chase it down, but couldn't get it to it just before the warning track. And Traphagen was thinking triple right out of the box and gets all the way over to third base on the play. So the Zap have a runner at third with 2 down. And it's going to bring to the plate the third baseman, number 5, Jared Heck. Heck is 0 for 1. He has struck out swinging. He has walked, advanced on a wild pitch, and been stranded. Here's the stretch by Ortiz, and the pitch to Heck is high for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. 9-0 in favor of the Moo. That hit by Traphagen, the second for the Zap tonight.
1-0 count, 2 away. Ortiz out of the stretch, comes set.
1 ball and no strikes. Ortiz is ready. And the next pitch, that's high for a ball. Well, Troy did get back to us, Kelly. And the State Fair in South Dakota, it is still in Huron, as he mentioned. And also home of the world's largest pheasant. Yeah, in Huron, South Dakota. 2 balls and no strikes there on Jared Heck. Ortiz next pitch. Swung on a miss for strike 1. 2-1 the count. Andrew Beavers, the shortstop, will be next. Tyler Traphagen down at third base after the 2-out triple. Ortiz, he's ready to go. Now the 2-1 pitch. Fastball high and outside. This count goes to 3-1. Andrew Beavers, the 9-hole hitter, would be next. We're in the top of the 7th inning. Fremont leads at 9-0. The Moo got on the board in the 4th, added 2 in the 5th, and 6 runs in the 6th inning. Ortiz, 3-1 pitch. Swung on a miss. Strike 2. So Ortiz battles back to get the count full here at 3 balls and 2 strikes. 3-2 on Jared Heck.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
We got some fans that are enjoying the ball game tonight. There's some cackling going down in the grandstand, and I love it. Ortiz is ready. Now the 3-2, and that's high for ball 4. So Ortiz cannot retire Heck as he gives up a walk, his first of the outing. And the inning will continue now for the shortstop, Andrew Beavers. But back to the story I was talking about earlier about the bus trips. You know, when you take a look at the bus trips for these college summer league teams, especially in this region, it's some of the longer bus trips that take place. You go to other college summer league teams, like if you go to, you know, not a higher level competition, the Cape or the Northwoods League. Here's the pitch that's in there for a called strike. It's 0-1. There are a lot more teams, but it's all in a much more confined area. So the bus trips are not as long. And I know that many teams, like in the Cape Cod League, they will go from one town to next on your typical yellow school bus. Here's a pitch that's upstairs for a ball. It's a 1 ball and 1 strike. Of course, here in the Independence League, the teams are able to travel through charter, which makes it much more better than a school bus. That's for sure. Yeah. Nothing says ouch like a 10.5-hour school bus drive. 1 ball and 1 strike as this pitch is swung on a miss. It's now 1-2. But even when you get to minor league baseball, on some of the trips that they take, you know, there are some long trips, but there just aren't many that stick out to be 8, 9, 10 hours long, you know, on a consistent basis like it is here in the Independence League. Here's the 1-2. Swing and fouled off. And what that attests to is that the dedication that these players have to try to better themselves. A lot of these players come from all parts of the country, and they are with their host families, and that's another huge part of it. The host families for each team in the league that give up their homes for a summer to have baseball players come in and Play and stay. 1-2 from Ortiz outside. The count evens. It's now 2 balls and 2 strikes to Andrew Beavers. And the friendships that they make as well. I mean, in this league, you're going to see a few players that will, play professionally. I know the Moo have had a total of 2 players that have been drafted in its 5-year existence. Here's a stretch by Ortiz, the 2-2. That's high for ball 3. So the count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. And with 2 down, Jared Heck will be off and running at first base. So Long is going to play back behind Heck over at first. And Ortiz trying to finish up the inning. Hands at the belt. And Jacobs 3-2 as the runner goes. It's swung on and missed for strike 3 to end the inning. And Ortiz able to get out of it. Jacob Ortiz strikes out 2 in the inning. And strands 2 Zap base runners in the process. In the inning for Oahe, there were no runs off 1 hit, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. It is stretch time at historic Moeller Field, where the Fremont Moo lead it by a score of 9-0. More coming up in a moment. This is Fremont Moo Baseball.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Tommy's Express Car Wash on East 23rd in Fremont. Have you given the Unlimited Tommy Club a try? Just download the Tommy's Express app, and guess what? When you download it now, you get your first month free. That's the Tommy Club, keeping your car clean every day. Wash as many times as you want each month. The Tommy Club starts at just $24.99 per month. Sign up today at Tommy's Express Car Wash in Fremont.
When does a moment become life-changing? How can today make the difference for tomorrow? When envisioning what kind of future is possible, the challenges never stop. And neither do we. Methodist, the meaning of care.
Take a seat right over there, sat on the stairs, stay or leave. The cabinets are bare and I'm unaware of just how we got into this mess. Got so aggressive.
Stretch time at historic Moeller Field, where the Fremont Moo lead the Oahe Zap by a score of 9-0. And the Zap will go to the bullpen and bring in their third arm of the game. Number 3, John Patty, left-hander from Lassen College from Sentaquin, Utah. He takes over on the mound now. And he replaces Gage Huffman. Huffman worked 1 inning, gave up 2 hits, 2 runs, walked 2, struck out 1, and also had 1 wild pitch. So John Patty will work the 7th inning for the Oahe Zap, and will be facing the 4, 5, 6 batters in the order: Tyler Harrington, Connor Peterson, and Andrew Kirchner.
Attention fans.
So Patty is aboard.
Number 3, John Patty.
Taking over here on the mound. John Patty has worked 25 1/3 innings this summer. This is his 15th appearance. He's had 2 starts. He has an 0-1 record. He's given up 31 hits, 39 runs, 34 earned. Struck out 20, walked 26, and has an ERA of 12.08. Patty's downfall this year is that he has hit 17 batters this summer. So Patty will be working to keep it in the zone and chew up some outs against Tyler Harrington, Connor Peterson, and Andrew Kirchner. One of 4 games going on tonight in the Independence Baseball League. Other action tonight in Hastings. The Sodbusters and the Nebraska Prospects are in the top of the 8th inning. Hastings on their way to a sweep. They lead the Prospects 12-3. So here's Tyler Harrington. He is 1 for 3 in the contest, an RBI single and a run scored in the 6th. The first pitch from Patty is a breaking ball, and it's in there for a strike. No balls and 1 strike to Tyler Harrington. In Spearfish, the Badlands Big Sticks lead the Spearfish Sasquatch 7-2. That ball game is in the top of the 7th inning. 1 strike to Harrington, and he takes a breaking ball down low. Count evens. It's now 1 ball and 1 strike. And in Casper, the Sawtooth Sockeyes lead the Casper Spuds 6-3, and that ball game's in the bottom of the 4th inning. 1 ball and 1 strike to Harrington. This pitch is down and in for a ball. It's 2-1. So if those scores would hold, that starts to tighten things up a little bit near the top of the second half of the league. And you've got Badlands, who's been in a bit of a funk here in the last week, trying to get back in the mix of things, and Spearfish trying to climb up there as well to challenge for that second half title. It's going to make things very interesting coming up in the final week of the regular season as Harrington swings, hits this ball in the air to right center field, and that's going to drop for extra bases. Tyler's around first, on his way towards second base. He'll stroll in there with a double. Tyler Harrington's second hit of the night is a double to right center field. It's a young man that we look forward to seeing him have a lot of success in the future as he just makes solid contact on the baseball. Good hitter. So it's going to bring to the plate now the Moo shortstop, Connor Peterson. Peterson is 2 for 3. He popped up to second base in the second inning and singled and scored in the 5th and 6th innings. His hit in the 6th inning also drove in a run. So Peterson a 2 for 3 night this evening. And John Patty, the third pitcher of the ball game for Oahe, looking in to Trenton Dukeshire. First pitch to Peterson is a breaking ball that caught the outside corner. No balls and 1 strike to Peterson. 9 runs, 9 hits, no errors for the Moo. No runs, 2 hits, and 1 error for the Oahe Zap. Next one from Patty, and Peterson takes a curveball for strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes. Now on Connor Peterson, the shortstop. Zap are anticipating Peterson to pull the baseball. Patty's 0-2. And it's swung on and popped to shallow right. Could be trouble. Going out, backpedaling, and making the catch out in right field is going to be Kyle Mamarian. Mamarian making a nice play for the first out of the inning. So Peterson pops up, 1 down. And that'll bring to the plate for Fremont left fielder Andrew Kirchner.
Left fielder, number 39, Andrew.
Kirchner is 0 for 2. He struck out, reached on an air and scored. Last at-bat in the 6th, he walked and scored, and that was against the second pitcher of the game, Gage Huffman. So Harrington remains out at first with 1 down here in the bottom of the 7th. There's the stretch, and the first pitch to Kirchner. He takes a breaking ball down and in, ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. And the pitchers controlled things for the first third of the game, and then the Moose started to slowly execute with its offense. Zap have had runners in scoring position 3 innings tonight, but have not been able to find home plate yet. The 1-0. Kirchner swings and misses at a breaking ball. The count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Current Major League Baseball games going on tonight, and they're at the 7th inning stretch at Wrigley Field, where the St. Louis Cardinals lead the Chicago Cubs 7-1. Bottom of the 3rd inning in Oakland, the Oakland A's lead the Houston Astros 1-0. 1-1 pitch. And Kirchner swings and misses. And the count now 1-2 on the left-handed hitting left fielder. Finals from earlier, the Atlanta Braves over the Arizona Diamondbacks 7-5. Milwaukee Brewers shut out the Philadelphia Phillies 4-0. Cincinnati Reds over the San Francisco Giants 5-1. 1-2 the count now on Kirchner. Patty's next pitch. Kirchner swings and hits this ball in the air down the left field side. It is near the foul line, and it's going to end up as a foul ball down into the corner. So the count stays put here in Kirchner at 1-2. Other action today, Toronto Blue Jays shut out the San Diego Padres 4-0. Chicago White Sox winners at the New York Mets 6-2. Detroit Tigers shut out the Kansas City Royals at Kauffman Stadium 3-0. Seattle blanked Minnesota 5-0 at T-Mobile Park. And the Baltimore Orioles winners over the Tampa Bay Rays 4-3 in 10 innings in St. Petersburg. That's the updated Major League Baseball scoreboard tonight. 1-2 to Kirchner. And he swings, and he's going to poke this one into left center field. That'll be a base hit. It'll bring Harrington around third base. He'll score. Kirchner's thinking 2. The throw coming in is offline, and Andrew Kirchner's got an RBI double. Kirchner able to split the defenders out in left center. And he has his first hit of the night, bringing home Tyler Harrington. And Fremont now leads it by a score of 10-0. And Dukeshire will go on out and chat with John Patty. So 1 out in the inning, and Fremont leading 10-0. The Fremont offense finally starting to click a little bit here. Nice thing about all the work here tonight for Christmas in July is that we got actual Christmas trees that are down by the concession stand and lights that are along the backstop, and Everybody's into it. Here's Tyler Hummel stepping to the plate. Tyler tonight is over 2. John Petty now set, and the first pitch to Hummel is on the outside corner for a strike. No balls and 1 strike to Tyler Hummel. With it being a 10-0 ball game here, we're seeing that Elio Saldano's strike zone's getting a little bit wider. Comes the 0-1, and Hummel takes this one for called strike 2. So the count on Hummel, no balls and 2 strikes. If Oahe after this one will get up and head to Casper to begin a weekend series starting tomorrow night. 0-2 to Tyler Hummel. Next pitch swung on and fouled over by the Zap dugout. Count stays at 0-2. But we've been able to travel with the Moo and have been able to play at every ballpark so far, except for Spearfish. We'll see Spearfish coming up next week. No balls and 2 strikes to count. The next pitch. Hummel reaches out, pokes this one in the air. Trustner's at first base is underneath of it, and he'll make the catch for round number 2. So Hummel pops up, and 2 down. And that's going to bring to the plate the Moo catcher, number 32, Trey Nichols.
Number 32.
It is a good thing that the Moo are making that trip to Spearfish next week as opposed to the following week. Because the following week starts the Sturgis Motorcycle Rally. And Sturgis, of course, is south of Spearfish, and that's when everybody drives their motorcycles across the Midwest to get on up to Sturgis for that huge event every year. First pitch to Nichols, and he swings and fouls it back. And the count on the Moo catcher is no balls and 1 strike. That was kind of a discussion last year when we got to the playoffs, is that if the Moo was going to make it to the championship series against Spearfish, where were they going to stay? Because lodging at that time of the year is extremely difficult in the Badlands area. Here's an 0-1 breaking ball in there for a strike. No balls and 2 strikes to Trey Nichols. All the way up and down that corridor of western South Dakota at that time of the year, that first week in August, from Sturgis to Spearfish to all the way down to Rapid City. Yeah, good luck finding lodging. 0-2 on Trey Nichols. Next pitch on the way. Nichols swings and misses for strike 3, and that ends the inning. So John Patty gets a strikeout, and that's his first of the contest, and that's going to do it for the Moo in the 7th, but they do score 1 run and do so on 2 hits. There were no errors, and there was 1 runner left on base. We're through 7 complete at historic Moeller Field. Fremont leads Oahe 10-0. More baseball coming up. You are listening to Fremont Moo Baseball.
Find your purpose with work that matters. Methodist is hiring for clinical and non-clinical positions throughout our health system. Join a team that's making a difference and take advantage of a range of benefits like medical, vision and dental, flexible scheduling, and tuition assistance. To find all of our opportunities and apply online, go to bestcare.org/jobs. That's bestcare.org/jobs. Methodist, the meaning of care.
Get the highest attention to detail and decades of experience with landscaping, excavation, and snow removal. The expert team at Indra Mowing and Tree Care has years of professional experience and the vision to make your home or business more inviting. Keep your customers and employees safe from harsh weather with 24-hour emergency snow removal. Call for a free consultation, 402-720-5944. Located at 240 West Jackson Street in Fremont, Indra Mowing and Tree Care is open Monday through Friday from 8 to 5. Keep your property looking sharp with Indra.
Early in the morning, late at night. It don't even matter what time it is.
Back at historic Moeller Field in Fremont, Nebraska. Good to have you along for Fremont Moo baseball action. And this Independence League Baseball Association matchup where the Fremont Moo are leading the Oahe Zap by a score of 10-0. And as we work our way to the 8th, Trevor Seagraves, Jackson Mix, and Kyle Marion, 1, 2, and 3 in the order, will be leading things off here in the 8th inning. And wrapping up our mid-game promotion where a couple of 2-player teams, 2 guys had to run from home to third, and then their teammates had to stay at third base and slam a beer and do so. You know what? If you're on the back part of that one, I think the runners got the raw end of the deal. They did all the work, and the other 2 are just sitting there, and they get to hydrate. That what it should have been really interesting is to see that happen now with it being Christmas in July tonight. Instead of it being a beer, a little eggnog. Chug the eggnog. Then you'll see who gets sick. All right, we're in the top of the 8th. Got 10-0 Fremont Moo lead. Landon Mueller in position for the win here tonight. And Jacob Ortiz is going to get ready for his 3rd inning of work, as he'll be facing the top of the order, Trevor Seagraves, who will come to the plate. Reminder to get your tickets for the upcoming series against the Spearfish Sasquatch, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Friday night and Saturday night games are at 7:05, Sunday, 4:05. Looking forward to having you here at historic Moeller Field. I'll tell you about those promotions here in just a bit. So here's Trevor Seagraves. He's 1 for 3. Singled, stole a base, and got stranded in the 4th inning. First pitch to Seagraves, misses inside for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes to Seagraves, who struck out looking in the 5th and was very, very vocal with home plate umpire Elio Saldano about that call. And luckily was able to stay in the ball game. The 1-0. Swung on and popped up, foul ball right side, and that will be out of play. And the count now 1-1. Umpires will take a lot, but sometimes you'll see, especially on a called 3rd strike, if you see a bat that flies and hits the ground, or maybe a helmet, sometimes that's grounds for immediate ejection. But Elio Saldano, he kept his cool, and Seagraves was able to stay in the ballgame. 1 ball and 1 strike to the Zap left fielder. Ortiz is set. Now the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. The count 1 ball and 2 strikes on the Zap left fielder. Of the 12 games that these two teams have played against each other, the Zap won 5 straight in the middle of the series. And were able to sweep Fremont in Pierre last week. 1 ball and 2 strikes here on Seagraves. Next pitch. Swing and a miss. Actually fouled off. That was a foul ball. There's a foul ball on the play. So the count stays here at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Everybody was anxious for half-price beer there. That ball just was tipped and got out of the glove of the catcher, Trey Nichols. So the count stays 1 ball and 2 strikes here on Seagraves. Next pitch. Fastball called strike 3 at the top of the zone for out number 1. Seagraves didn't like the call. He has not left the batter's box and now will slowly walk his way to the dugout. So 3rd strikeout for Jacob Ortiz. And there's 1 down here in the 8th. So that'll bring Jackson Mix to the plate. Mix is 0 for 3. Struck out his first time. He's flown out, and he is grounded out to second base. Ortiz ready. The first pitch to Jackson Mix is going to miss outside. Bounces out of the glove of Nichols and ricochets to the left. 1-0. So again, the themes tomorrow night is Hawaiian night. And there will be Hawaiian-themed jerseys that the Moo are wearing, and that's courtesy of Methodist Fremont Health's Foundation. And those jerseys are going to be auctioned off as well. So you can purchase those through an auction. Here's a pitch inside to the backstop. It's now 2 balls and no strikes. And those proceeds then go to the Methodist Fremont Health Foundation. There'll be a big crowd for that one tomorrow night. Methodist Fremont Health always brings out a lot of employees. And then it's fireworks after the ball game tomorrow night as well on a Firework Friday. This should be a great night for all the festivities. The 2-0 pitch is on the outside corner for a strike. So the count on Mix is now 2-1. 1 out with nobody on. We're in the top of the 8th with Fremont leading Oahe 10-0. Kyle Mamarian will be next. 2 balls and 1 strike. Next pitch on the way. And that caught the outside corner at the knee. Strike 2. So the count to Jackson Mix evens up. It's now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Saturday is First Responders Night, and that is the recognition of our police force and our firefighters and EMT workers, as they will be present at the ball game. And make sure you come out and shake their hand and for all the work that they do. The 2-2. Swung on and hit in the air to right center field, and this is poked pretty well. Steck going on over into the gap, and he's not going to get to it. It's going to roll all the way to the fence. Mix has got good speed. He's on his way toward third base, and he's going to be going in there sliding awkwardly, but he's going to be safe at third with a triple. And he was somewhere between standing up and sliding at the last moment. Mix kind of tumbled into the bag, but it looks like he's all right after he retrieves his helmet. And that is going to be the third hit of the ball game for the Zap. That is a one-out triple by Jackson Mix. And of the 3 hits, 2 of them have been triples for Oahe. Both have been off Jacob Ortiz. So a runner third with 1 down, and that's going to bring the second baseman to the plate, number 23, Kyle Mamarian. Mamarian is 0 for 2. He's grounded out to short, walked, and he's popped up to first. So Ortiz working with a runner at third and 1 out. The pitch to Mamarian is swung on, hit back up the middle, and Peterson behind the bag will glove it. He will fire on over to first, and it's in time to get the out. The run will score on the play, and it makes it a 10-1 ball game. So Mamarian will get an RBI with that ground out. Peterson ranging to his left behind the second base bag to make a nice play. A strong throw over to Timon Long in the process. So it makes it now 10-1. And we'll bring to the plate the catcher, number 31, Trenton Dukeshire. Dukeshire 0 for 3 tonight. He has flown out all 3 times, to right field and to center field twice. So Jacob Ortiz looking in, trying to finish off the 8th inning. Hands at the belt and the pitch. And the first pitch is in there for a strike. Sunday, when the Moo take on Spearfish, Trenton Dukeshire did not like that call. He is barking at Elio Saldano. And now back in the batter's box. He thought that pitch was down. No balls and 1 strike. Ortiz's next pitch on the way. And that's low and away. And the count evens. It's now 1-1. Usually the players that are justified, that can argue balls and strikes, are the catchers. Because they're the ones back there receiving the pitches as well. And Dukeshire is the catcher tonight. So he was giving his opinion. 1-1 the count. Next pitch from Ortiz. That's down in the dirt and bounces away. It's 2 balls and a strike. Sunday is Grease night, and that'll be a lot of musical recognition to the musical and movie Grease. Might be some leather. Might be some leather and some slick back hair coming up on Sunday. 2 balls and a strike to Dukeshire, and he turns away from one high and inside, and the count goes to 3 balls and a strike. Prior to the ball game will be a car show that takes place, and that's always fun because the Fremont Antique Car Club will bring out vehicles that people can see and talk about before the game. 3-1 is swung on. It popped up on the left side of the infield, and this will be Peterson at shortstop coming up, and he will make the catch for the final out of the inning. So Trenton Dukeshire pops up, and that's going to do it for the Zap in the 8th. In the inning, there was 1 run on 1 hit. There were no errors, and nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the 8th, where the Fremont Moo lead the Oahe Zap 10-1. More coming up. This is Fremont Moo Baseball. For top-notch trash pickup that is timely and professional, contact the pros at S2 Roll-Offs and Refuse in Fremont. Whether it's residential and commercial trash pickup you need, S2 is there for you. They also provide recycling services, plus yard waste disposal. For big projects, contact S2 about roll-offs to get the job done efficiently. Make sure to refer a friend to sign up for S2 services. If your friend mentions your name, you'll get 2 months of free service. It's just another way of saying thank you for choosing S2. Located at 439 North Main Street, call 402-727-6806 to sign up today. S2 Roll-Offs and Refuse. Keel's Barbershop is a proud sponsor of the Fremont Moo. Established in 1973, Keel's is a men's old-fashioned barbershop with a relaxed atmosphere where you don't need to make an appointment. They do haircuts for all ages. Keel's is located at 88 West 6th Street in downtown Fremont. Call 402-727-9005. Keel's Barbershop, as good as the best, better than the rest. Back at historic Moeller Field, we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. The Fremont Moo leading the Oahe Zap 10-1. The Zap getting on the board, and at the top of the 8th inning with a one-out triple by Jackson Mix, and Kyle Mamarian delivering a RBI and a ground out to shortstop to put the Zap on the board. We'll see the fourth pitcher of the ball game now for Oahe. This is number 2, Colin Quandy. Quandy enters the contest here in the 8th inning. He is from Kishwaukee College. Lake in the Hills, Illinois is his hometown for Quandy. Quandy has pitched 15 innings this summer. This is his 12th appearance, and they've all been out of the bullpen. He is 0-1 on the season. He's given up 17 hits, 23 runs, 16 earned. He has struck out 5, and he has walked 24. And the ERA is 9.60. So Quandy will be trying to work on the control as he will pitch here in the bottom of the 8th against Easton Steck, who will lead things off. The 9-1 and 2 batters for the Moo. Steck is 0 for 3 tonight. He has struck out twice and grounded out once. So Steck will face Colin Quandy. And Quandy, the right-hander, works out of the stretch. And the first pitch to Easton Steck is high for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. When we peek ahead to the top of the 9th inning, the Zap will have the 5, 6, and 7 batters, Lau, Trustner, and Traphagen. And if it's Ortiz that comes out, Ortiz has got an opportunity for an official save in the contest. Here's the 1-0. And that pitch is down low. We count out 2 balls and no strikes to Easton Steck. The Moo, 3 outs away defensively from a serious sweep. The 2-0 is swung on and hit high in the air down the left side and pulled out of play. Foul ball. And the count now goes to 2 balls and 1 strike on Easton Steck. And if the Moo would win it, they would win the season series 7-5. 2-1 here in Steck. Next pitch. That bounced in front of home plate and over the catcher and home plate umpire. It's now 3-1. The Moo have dropped 1 season series this year, and that is to the Nebraska Prospects. The Prospects won 7 out of 11 games over the Moo. As this 3-1 pitch is down low for ball 4. So Steck reaches, and we'll bring the top of the order to the plate now, and the designated hitter in Hayden Lewis. The Moo also had a 3-game series early in the year against the Casper Spuds and dropped 2 out of the 3 games against Casper. So as far as the season series is concerned, Casper won that series as well. But the Moo are hoping that they will get another opportunity with Casper in the championship series if that would unfold in that fashion. But with Casper on the back end of a game tonight, Badlands winning a ball game, and Spearfish doing so as well, everything's starting to tighten up in the second half of the standings. Casper was up by as many as 4 games in the second half, but the wrench is going to tighten a little bit tighter on those standings, it looks low. First pitch to Hayden Lewis, and he takes that one in there for a strike. No balls and 1 strike to Hayden. Lewis struck out his first 3 times, and then he hit a 2 RBI single in the 6th. So he is 1 for 4. No balls, 1 strike. Next pitch is outside. Count evens at 1-1 to Hayden Lewis. I was talking to Hayden in the dugout before a couple games earlier this week, and Hayden, of course, coming off that Tommy John surgery, and he's in the midst of summer school right now at UNL. He's taking 2 summer classes this summer. Here's the 1-1. And he takes that at the top of the zone for a strike. It's 1-2. And you see that sometimes with these college summer league teams where you see some players will play at the home games and not so much on the road, and that's because they're in classes or maybe have some sort of a work commitment, what have you. The 1-2 on the way. It's outside. It's 2-2. The players predominantly that go on the road are the ones that have the host families, and they're sticking around the entire time. But also one of the things I wanted to mention, too, about the Moo is that aside from the behind-the-scenes work that's taking place, these players get out into the community and work a lot with the kids, as Lewis will hit this one over the head of the leaping shortstop in left field for a base hit. Hayden Lewis has his second hit of the ball game as he singles to left field. And Fremont has runners at first and second with nobody out here in the bottom of the 8th inning. And that's going to bring center fielder Neil Jansen to the plate. Neil 3 for 4 tonight. A double and 2 singles and 2 runs scored. So Jansen steps in as Quandy looking for the first out here in the 8th inning. The first pitch is high for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes to Neil. Time and long will be next. But with that college summer league type of format, Players travel all over, stay with the host families if they are from some distance away. Fremont has got a good core players. I want to say about 6 or 7 players that are from the Omaha area that will drive in for the home games. The 2-0, and Jansen swings and misses. The count now goes to 2 balls and 1 strike on the Moo center fielder. And at times, if you are familiar with town team baseball, amateur baseball, and you've got adults that are playing, it's similar. As the 2-1 pitch is swung on a miss, it's 2-2. Usually employees from a business in town or farmers, whatever the case may be, and they come around and play twice a week on their local town teams. Here's the 2-2, and that bounced in the dirt, and Duke shirt got enough glove on it to keep it near. So the count on Jansen is full. Here at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Neal with his first 3-hit game of the season. He's looking for his 4th here if he can square something up. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Jansen. A kick in the pitch. And Jansen swings, and he pulls this one foul down the left side and out of play. And the count stays full here at 3-2. No, if you're familiar here in the area with the Dodge County Baseball League, there's anywhere from half a dozen to 8 teams that play throughout a year. The 3-2, and Jansen fouls it back. And players that played when they were in college and have continued to playing, represent their communities. That's big. Town team ball in South Dakota as well. South Dakota amateur baseball is huge, as it is in Minnesota. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Neal Jansen. Next pitch. And Neal swings and misses for strike 3. So Quandy gets a strikeout, his first of this appearance. And 1 down, as that will bring the Moo first baseman to the plate, Timon Long. We're in the bottom of the 8th inning, where Fremont leads Oahe 10-1. The Moo with 10 runs on 11 hits and no errors, and Oahe 1 run on 3 hits and 1 error. And the Moo are trying to sweep the series. Timon is 1 for 4, doubled and scored in the 6th. He swings at this off-speed pitch from Quandy and misses. The count, no balls and 1 strike. Tyler Harrington will be next. Fremont trying to pick up their 26th win of the year and get back to 8 games above 500. Here's the 0-1. And that's high. And we count out 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 here on Timon Long. The high water mark for the Moo this year has been 10 games above the 500 mark. The 1-1 pitch, and that off-speed pitch is high. The count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike on Timon Long, the first baseman. Now, town team ball used to have a state tournament, and we're talking years ago. This might have been in the 70s, and they used to be played at Scribner all the time, up at the Dodge County Fairgrounds. So this pitch misses. It's 3 balls and a strike. South Dakota has a lot more history in town team baseball with the amateur tournament each year. It's been played in Sioux Falls. It's been played in Mitchell. And teams from all over the state have to qualify by winning district tournaments to get there, or finishing high in their district tournament. Timon Long draws a walk, and that's going to load up the bases. So 1 out with the bases loaded, and we'll bring up the Moo third baseman, Tyler Harrington. And Tyler tonight is 2 for 4. He's reached via a hit on his last 2 at-bats, an RBI single, and stole a base and scored in the 6th, and doubled and scored in the 7th. So Harrington trying to add to the Moo lead here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Colin Quandy, 4th pitcher of the game for the Zap. The pitch, and Harrington takes this one low, ball 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Connor Peterson, the shortstop, will be next. One to 0 here on Harrington. Next pitch on the way. That's outside. The count now goes to 2-0 to Tyler Harrington. Yep, but I can remember traveling around and doing games of the week for town team ball in South Dakota. Traveling around the eastern South Dakota area, and then the district and state tournaments later in the year. There's a 2-0 misses. It's now 3-0. Minnesota has similar types of formats as well. And the point that I'm making is that it's great to see the sport continue to live on in small town USA. 3-0 here on Tyler Harrington. Quandy has got the sign, and now the 3-0. And Harrington takes a pitch at the knees for a strike. So Quandy gets it to 3 balls and 1 strike. The Moo have scored in the last 4 innings. Next pitch by Quandy. Harrington swings and hits this ball in the air to right center field. Hit pretty well on his horse is Traphagen trying to get to it, and it's going to bounce at the warning track. This is going to score 2 runs. It'll be a 2 RBI double for Tyler Harrington, and it's now a 12-1 ball game.
That great cut is sponsored by Keels Barbershop.
So 3 consecutive hits by Tyler Harrington, and that gives him now 3 runs batted in on the night. That Steck scores in front of Hayden Lewis.
On the bat for your Moo, number 28, Connor Peterson.
Runners are at second and third. It's now a 12-1 Moo lead. And it's going to bring Connor Peterson to the plate. 1 out in the inning. First pitch to Peterson. And it's a fastball outside, ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. Andrew Kirchner awaiting on deck. So the Moo scored 13 Tuesday night. They have scored 12 tonight. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That is outside. And the count now is 2 balls and no strikes on Connor Peterson. And we'll see if Jacob Ortiz will get a chance to finish this one in his relief appearance. 2-0 on Peterson. Next pitch. And that hits Peterson on the back of the helmet. So, Connor Peterson hit by the pitch here. We'll load up the bases. And Jamie Hayberger is out of the dugout here. And coming out to chat here with Colin Quandy. And we'll see if there will be a new pitcher that comes in. Looks like that there will. So we'll have a pitching change here in the bottom of the 8th. 2 runs are in. Bases are loaded with 1 down. And Fremont leads Oahe by a score of 12-1. New pitcher coming in. We'll tell you all about it after a timeout. This is Fremont Moo Baseball. Play Powerball and Mega Billions from the Nebraska Lottery. You have a chance to win millions. Not only does the Nebraska Lottery give you a chance at winning it big, the Nebraska Lottery is given back to the state in the tune of $923 million. Play Trucks and Bucks for a chance to win one of 8 blue Ford F-150s. Chances of winning are 1 in 336,000. Powerball drawings occur on Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday nights. Other games included a Nebraska Pick 5, Lucky for Life, Pick 3, My Day, and 2x2. Stop by a Nebraska Lottery retailer and pick up a ticket or one of the many scratch-off games that are available. The Nebraska Lottery. Must be 19. Please play responsibly. If you are in need of electrical services in the eastern Nebraska area, contact Fremont Electric Company. They provide free estimates, are competitively priced, and same-day services available. Fremont Electric employs top-quality electricians. In business since 1974, Fremont Electric provides installation and repair services for your industrial property, plus top-of-the-line installations for commercial properties as well, serving Fremont, Blair, and surrounding areas. Fremont Electric is open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. with 24-hour service available. Call 402-727-4932. Fremont Electric.
Take a seat right over there. Sat on the stairs, stay or leave. The cabinets are bare, and I'm unaware of just how we got into
Back at
this
historic
mess.
Moeller
Got
Field,
so
pitch and change. Eric
aggressive.
Limberg comes on now for the Oahe Zap, and his first pitch to Andrew Kirchner is high for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes to Kirchner. So Colin Quandy lasted a third of an inning, gave up 2 hits, walked 1, struck out 1, and also hit a batter as Kirchner swings and pulls this one foul down to the right side. The count evens up now at 1 ball and 1 strike. So Eric Limberg, right-hander from Hope International. Hometown is Kitchener, Ontario, Canada. Limberg has pitched an inning and 2/3 this season. The 1-1 pitch to Kirchner, and he swings and pulls this one foul wide of first base. And the count 1-2 on Kirchner. Limberg, this is his 3rd appearance, and he has no record. He's given up 1 hit, 1 run, 1 earned, struck out 1 and walked 4, and has an ERA of 5.40. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Andrew Kirchner. Next pitch, and that hits Kirchner on the right side, and that'll bring across another run. So an off-speed pitch that caught Kirchner on the right side of the body, and that's his 2nd run batted in on the evening for Kirchner. Timing long comes across home plate. And the Moo lead it now by a 13-1 count. And the inning will continue for second baseman Tyler Hummel.
Number 11, Tyler Hummel.
Hummel is 0 for 3. He did drive in a run on a bases-loaded walk in the first pitch to Hummel. He is a strike. No balls and one strike is Elio Saldano's strike zone has gotten very big now. Here's the 0-1. And Hummel swings, and he hits this one towards center field. Trapphagen coming in, makes the catch for out number 2 as the runners will retreat to their bags. So Hummel flies out to center for the second out. And it'll bring Trey Nichols to the plate now for Fremont. Nichols tonight is 1 for 4. He's knocked in 3 with a 2 RBI double and a sacrifice on a fielder's choice. Nichols, the 9th batter to hit here in the 8th inning. The Moo sent 11 batters to the plate in the 6th. 13-1 Fremont, bottom of the 8th. Lindbergh facing Trey Nichols. Here's the pitch. It's down low as Dukes are able to block it. And they count 1 ball and no strikes to Nichols. If he gets aboard, then Easton Steck, who led off the inning, would bat next. So Tuesday night, the Moo win 13-0. Last night, they win 5-2 and lead this one here tonight 13-1. The 1-0. And that is going to be down low for ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes to Trey Nichols. Tyler Harrington's at third base. Connor Peterson is at second, and Andrew Kirchner is at first. Here's the stretch by Lindbergh in the 2-0 pitch. And Nichols takes it at the top of the zone for called strike 1. Yeah, pretty much right now, if the pitch is going to be close, Elio Saldano is going to call it a strike. Here comes the 2-1. And it's swung on. It's going to be pulled to left field and able to reach over and make the catch. Out and left is Trevor Seagraves for the final out of the inning. So Nichols flies out to left, and in the inning for the Moo, they score 3 runs, doing so on 2 hits. There were no errors, and there were 3 runners left on base. Last chance for the Zap as we go to the top of the 9th. Fremont leads at 13-1. More coming up in a moment. This is Fremont Moo Baseball. Pop open a crisp, cool, refreshing Coors Light. As cold as the Rockies. Mountain cold refreshment. Cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged. Coors Light. Cold lager below freezing for a lighter, crisper taste. Cold filtered for a bright appearance, and cold packaged for peak refreshment. When the mountains turn blue on your Coors Light can or bottle, it's as cold as the Rockies. Enjoy a Coors Light today. Must be 21 or over. 2023 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
Contact the technicians with the G-Force team at Getchman's Heating and Air Conditioning for all your heating and AC needs. Whether your unit needs a tune-up or a major replacement, the trusted technicians for Getchman's Heating and Air Conditioning will provide fast and reliable service year-round. Plus, with their trusted reputation, they are the technicians that you can trust with your house keys. If your AC is not working properly during the summer months or you need your heater tuned up before winter, call the trusted technicians at Getchman's today, 402-721-6301 in Fremont.
Early in the morning, late at night. It don't even matter what time it is.
Back to historic Moeller Field as we work our way to the top of the 9th inning. The Fremont Moo lead the Oahe Zap by a score of 13-1. And the Moo will put a third arm out there this evening, and it'll be Caden Van Hill. Caden Van Hill is going to come on and try to close things up here in the 9th. So Jacob Ortiz pitched well in 3 innings of relief tonight. Ortiz ended up giving up a total of 2 hits, 1 run, which was earned, and he walked 1 and ended up striking out a total of 3 in his appearance this evening for Jacob Ortiz, which was a good showing for Jacob. So Caden Van Hill comes on. Caden is out of Omaha West Side and has played at Iowa Western Community College. He's headed to Wayne State coming up here in the fall. And he will take over here now on the mound here in the 9th inning. Caden, each and every game, has gotten better and better on the mound as far as his appearances have been concerned. Van Hill has worked 18 2/3 innings this summer. This is his 10th appearance. He's had 1 start, and he has a 1-3 record on the year. Van Hill has given up 22 hits, 22 hits and 22 runs. 11 of those 22 have been earned. He has struck out 15, he walked 10, and has an ERA of 4.12. So Caden Van Hill will be facing the 5, 6, and 7 batters, Preston Lau, Jacob Trustner, and Tyler Trapphagen here in the top of the 9th. And we'll probably see some pinch hitters upcoming here for Oahe. as it looks like grabbing a bat now and making his way on up near the home plate area is Yuki Gushi, who will hit for Preston Lau. Yuki Gushi is from Hiroshima State University and Hiroshima, Japan. And he will pinch hit here in the 9th against Caden Van Hill. Gushi picked up his first hit of the year last week when he hit a bouncing ball off of Brody Sentek that hit the third base bag and went over Tyler Harrington's head for his first hit of the season. So Van Hill's first offering to Gushi is going to be down low, ball one. 1 ball and no strikes to Yuki Gushi. And in the on-deck circle is Caleb Hay, who was the starting pitcher in last night's game. The 1-0 from Van Hill swung on and missed, strike one. So 1-1 the count here on Yuki Gushi. Gushi is pinch hit, and he's played some right field for the Zap this summer. 1 ball, 1 strike. Next pitch from Van Hill. Swung on and fouled back to the net. So the count on Gushi is 1 ball and 2 strikes. You get a feeling the Moo are starting to put it together again. Starting to play some better baseball. The 1-2. And breaking ball is in on the inside corner, called strike 3. So Gushi caught looking, and Caden Van Hill's got a strikeout. His first in the first out in the 9th inning. So it is going to bring to the plate pinch hitter number 13, and this is Caleb Hay. Caleb Hay pinch hitting here in the 9th. First pitch from Van Hill, and Hay takes it high, ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. And looks like in the on-deck circle, Garrett Bergman has got a bat as well. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And that misses inside. So seeing a few of the pitchers here for Oahe getting a chance to swing the bats in the ball game. 2-0 on Caleb Hay. Next pitch, fastball, a little bit low below the knees. So the count is 3-0 on Hay. 13-1 in favor of the Moo. We're in the top of the 9th with 1 out and nobody on. Caden Van Hill's next pitch. Fastball right in there for a strike. So the count goes to 3-1. Van Hill's got the sign from Trey Nichols, the 3-1 pitch. And a fastball called strike 2 at the knees. So the count goes full here on Caleb Hay at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Moo have out hit the Zap tonight 12-3. Stretch in the 3-2. And just missed inside. That's ball 4. So Caleb Hay will draw a 1-out walk. And that will give the Zap a base runner. And it's going to bring to the plate now pinch hitter number 9, Garrett Bergman. Garrett Bergman, also a pitcher, as I mentioned. He pitched the first game of the series. First pitch to Bergman is in there for a strike. 0-1 to Bergman. Jared Heck is in the on-deck circle. Van Hill looking into Nichols. The 0-1 pitch. That's a fastball at the knees, called strike 2. So the count on Bergman, no balls and 2 strikes. Runner at first with 1 down here in the top of the 9th. Fremont leading 13-1. The 0-2 pitch now. Swung on and foul back. Bergman got a piece of it. The count stays at 0-2. Van Hill's got his sign. Now the 0-2 pitch. Fastball outside. The count is 1 ball and 2 strikes on Bergman. The Zap run came in the 8th inning, a 1-out triple by Jackson Mix, and then Kyle Mamarian with a ground out to bring him home. The 1-2 pitch from Van Hill is a fastball that just missed. And the count is 2 balls and 2 strikes here on Garrett Bergman. Caleb Hay, the base runner at first, straightaway lead. 2-2 on the way. Swing, and it's fouled off at home plate. And that got Trey Nichols, the catcher. Trey takes off the mat, takes off his glove, and I think that ball might have got Trey in the midsection. So the Moo infield will gather around the pitcher's mound, and Ben Asher will come on out and check on Trey. Trey is the oldest player on the team, and he might also be the toughest player on the team. And he's got a great mentality toward the game, always works hard. And he will shake this one off. And we'll get ready to go back to work here. The Moo infielders are holding a caucus out on the pitcher's mound right now. They will now depart back to their positions. Thought we're going to have a scene from Bull Durham break out there. I didn't know what was taking place out on the pitcher's mound. All right, the inning continues. 2 balls and 2 strikes here on Garrett Bergman. Pitch by Ben Hill. There's a breaking ball called strike 3. Bergman ducked, but it caught the inside part of the zone. And that's a second strikeout for Caden Van Hill, and now the Zapper down to their final out. So with 2 down, it's going to bring to the plate third baseman, number 5, Jared Heck. Heck tonight has gone 0 for 1, struck out swinging, and he has walked twice. Van Hill is set in the first pitch. Heck takes a fastball for a strike. No balls and 1 strike on it. Jared Heck. Van Hill looking for the final out of the ballgame. The 0-1. Heck swings and pops this one up. Foul territory right side for Timon Long. He's underneath of it. He makes the catch, and that's the ball game. The Cow jumps over the moon. The Fremont Moo have swept the Oahe Zap in this series, and they take the season series as well as they win this one tonight by the final score of 13-1 for the Zap in the ninth. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. Once again, the final score here this evening at historic Moeller Field. The Fremont Moo 13, the Oahe Zap 1. Stand by. The postgame report is coming up next. This is Fremont Moo Baseball. It doesn't get better than Allo Communications in Fremont. Allo Communications offers 100% fiber to the home, internet, TV, and phone service options in Fremont. No more buffering, no more lag, just crazy fast internet and crystal clear TV and phone. Sign up now for a service that best fits your needs. Call 402-459-2055 for residential sales and ask about business sales too. Located at 1640 East 29th in Fremont. Open Monday through Friday from 8 to 5. Allo Communications.
Welcome to Fremont and Dodge County, where we invite you to play, shop, stay, and eat. Dodge County is where your next outdoor adventure is at your fingertips. Fremont and Dodge County have many hotels, campgrounds, and RV parks to suit any needs. Come explore the hidden treasures scattered throughout these vibrant, small town and sleepy rural villages that harmonize with nearby urban opportunities.
Wouldn't it be great if you could have your insurance for auto, home, business, farm, life, and retirement in just one agency? That's what Inspro, a Marsh McLennan Agency Company LLC, is for. They can help protect what's important to you. With Inspro, your future is limitless. Visit Inspro in Fremont or call them at 402-721-9707. Nationwide is on your side. Nationwide Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates, Columbus, Ohio. Subject to underwriting guidelines, review, and approval.
Looking for a new pharmacy? Look no further than your Fremont Hy-Vee Pharmacy. We offer amazing value and superior service. This July, if you transfer and fill a prescription with us, you'll earn $1 off every gallon of gas. That's right, you'll earn $1 fuel saver for every transferred and filled prescription this July at your Fremont Hy-Vee Pharmacy. Voted Best of Fremont 2023. Thank you. We look forward to serving you and truly appreciate your business.
The Hacienda Mexican Restaurant, your favorite family-owned restaurant, is offering their Family Taco Pack Special. Right now, feed the whole family with 12 tacos, rice, beans, chips, and salsa for only $33. Be sure to check the back of your Fremont Moo tickets for a Move List discount at La Hacienda. You can get the Family Taco Pack anytime. La Hacienda, 3140 Elk Lane. Call in your Family Taco Pack at 402-721-9999 or order online at lahaciendafremont.com. They cater too.
Gentlemen, Here at Weesey Plumbing and Excavating, our customer's duty is our duty.
Yes, Drill Sergeant.
Now, you're Fremont's finest, and I want you people-pleasing plunger wranglers to remember here at Weesey, we don't stop fighting clogged drains, low water pressure, frozen pipes, until our residential and commercial customers are smiling. Am I making myself clear, you toilet snake and sink suckers?
Yes, Drill Sergeant.
Now, our customers will find us in Fremont, on Facebook, and online at WeeseyPlum.com. Weesey Plumbing and Excavating. Your duty is our duty.
Now that's what a solid piece of wood sounds like. Look just past that left field wall at Moeller Field, you'll see Christensen Lumber, a solid lumber company for nearly a century. And there goes another ball into the lumber yard. Professional builders know Christensen Lumber is their home run hitter for quality materials. More contractors and woodworkers will tell you Christensen Lumber is the best choice to find quality cuts of lumber. Since 1923, Christensen Lumber. It's where the pros go. 714 South Main, just past the left field wall at Moeller Field.
Early in the morning, late at night. It don't even matter what time it is.
Back at historic Moeller Field in Fremont, where the Fremont Moo have completed the series sweep of the Oahe Zap by winning this one tonight by a final score of 13-1 in a ball game that took 2 hours and 53 minutes. And with the victory, the Moo also take the season series from Oahe 7 games to 5. For the Moo this evening, 13 runs off 12 hits, committing no errors, and Fremont stranded a total of 6 base runners. The Zap had 1 run off of 3 hits, committed 1 error, and stranded 7 base runners. Starting pitcher for Fremont is Fremont native Landon Mueller, and he picks up the win tonight. Mueller improves to 2-1 as he worked 5 innings, giving up 1 hit, no runs, walked 4, struck out 7, and had 1 wild pitch. Jacob Ortiz came on and pitched 3 solid innings of relief. He gave up 2 hits, 1 run, walked 1, and struck out 3. And Caden Van Hill pitched the 9th for the Moo. He walked 1 and struck out 2. For the Zap, starting pitcher Nick Blessing worked 5 innings, but suffers the loss. He falls to 1-6 on the season. Blessing gave up 7 hits, 7 runs, 5 earned, did not walk a batter, struck out 6, and had 1 wild pitch. Gage Huffman pitched 1 inning, gave up 2 hits, 2 runs, walked 2, struck out 1, and had a wild pitch. John Patty worked 1 inning, giving up 2 hits, 1 run, and he struck out 1. Colin Quandy worked a third of an inning, giving up 2 hits, 3 runs, walked 1, struck out 1, and hit a batter. And Eric Lindbergh pitched 2/3 of an inning and hit 1 batter. The Moo got on the board in the 4th inning as the pitchers, the starters, were really good through the first 3 innings of the contest. But Fremont got on the board in the bottom of the 4th with 1 out. Neil Jansen was able to double and got to 3rd on a wild pitch, and Timon Long delivered a sacrifice fly to center field, scoring Jansen to put the Moo up 1-0. The Moo extended the lead in the bottom of the 5th when Connor Peterson led off with a single, and Andrew Kirchner reached on an error. 2 batters later, Trey Nichols hit a 2 RBI double, bringing both Peterson and Kirchner home to put the Moo up by a score of 3-0. The Moo put together the biggest inning in the 6th when they sent 11 batters to the plate and scored a total of 6 runs off 5 hits. It was Neil Jansen, Timon Long, Tyler Harrington, and Connor Peterson, all leading off the inning with hits off of Nick Blessing before he handed it on over to Gage Huffman. Huffman walked a couple batters, got Trey Nichols to hit into a fielder's choice, but that brought in a run. And then 2 batters later, Hayden Lewis had a 2 RBI single. And then Neil Jansen later would double. As a total of 6 runs came across in the inning, the Moo led it 9-0 at the end of 6 innings of play. The Moo extend the lead in the 7th inning against John Patty as Tyler Harrington led off with a double. And 2 batters later, Andrew Kirchner replaced him at second base with a RBI double of his own. And the Moo led it by a score of 10-0. The Zap got on the board in the top of the 8th inning with 1 down. Jackson Mix hit a triple off of Jacob Ortiz, and then Kyle Mamarian grounded out to short to bring home Mix to make it a 10-1 ball game. Fremont added 3 runs in the 8th and would do so against Colin Quandy. Easton Steck drew a walk. Hayden Lewis singled. 2 batters later, Timon Long walked to load up the bases, and Tyler Harrington had a 2 RBI double. Then Connor Peterson was hit by a pitch that chased Quandy, and Eric Lindbergh came on. Lindbergh hit Andrew Kirchner with a pitch to bring across a run, but then got Hummel and Nichols both to fly out to end the inning. So the Moose scored 3 runs to lead it by a score of 13-1. And in the 9th, Caden Van Hill came on, and he struck out Yuki Gushi looking. He gave up a base on balls to Caleb Hay, but battled back to strike out Garrett Bergman looking, and got Jared Heck on an 0-1 pitch to pop up and foul ground wide of first base to Timon Long to end the ball game. 13-1 ends up to be the final score. Offensively, Fremont's Hayden Lewis went 2 for 5 with 2 runs knocked in. Neil Jansen was 3 for 5. Timon Long was 1 for 4 with an RBI. Tyler Harrington goes 3 for 5 and knocked in 3. Connor Peterson was 2 for 4 with an RBI. Andrew Kirchner 1 for 3. He drove in 2 runs. Tyler Hummel was 0 for 4 but brought in a run on a bases-loaded walk. And Trey Nichols was 1 for 5 with 3 runs batted in. The Zaps' Kyle Mamarian drove in the lone run for the Zap. He went 0 for 3, and he had an RBI groundout. With the loss, Oahe is now 14-34 and falls to 9-12 in the Independence League second half. They'll hit the road in the morning and travel to Casper and play a 3-game set against the Casper Spuds to wrap up a long 10-game homestand after that 3-game set. Fremont will have their final 3 home games of the regular season coming up. Now with a record of 26-18 and 9-11 in the second half, the Moo will welcome in the Spearfish Sasquatch tomorrow night for the first of 3 games. Friday's game is at 7:05, and it'll be Hawaiian night and also Methodist Fremont Health night. And then Saturday, it is First Responders night, a 7:05 contest. Sunday's an earlier game, 4:05 on Sunday afternoon, and that will be Grease night and also a car show prior to the ball game as well. So make sure you get your tickets ahead of time by going to fremontmoo.com/tickets or call 402-660-1217. Let's announce our Goodwood Award tonight, presented by Christensen Lumber. The Goodwood Award, powered by Christensen Lumber, 100 years strong beyond left field and on South Main Street in Fremont. Christensen Lumber. Tonight we give the award to Tyler Harrington. Tyler went 3 for 5 at the plate after flying out his first 2 times. He had an RBI single, stole a base, and scored in the 6th, doubled and scored in the 7th, and had a 2 RBI double in the 8th inning. So Tyler Harrington's 3 for 5 performance gives him the Goodwood Award, presented by Christensen Lumber. Let's go ahead and take a look at the other scores taking place tonight in the Independence League. The Hastings Sodbusters ended up sweeping the Nebraska Prospects. They defeated the Prospects tonight at Duncan Field by a final score of 12-6. Other games in action in Spearfish, South Dakota. They're in the bottom of the 9th, where Badlands is leading Spearfish by a score of 8-5. And in Casper, Wyoming, the Sawtooth Sockeyes lead the Casper Spuds 6-5. That ball game is in the bottom of the 7th, so that one's not out of the woods yet either. It's a 1-run ball game. The final score here was Fremont 13 and Oahe 1. Checking the Major League Baseball action tonight, 1 game still in progress, and that is in Oakland. Bottom of the 7th inning, Houston leads the Oakland A's 2-1. Everything else today that played was a final. Atlanta defeated Arizona 7-5. Milwaukee shuts out Philadelphia on the road 4-0. The Reds winners at home over the Giants 5-1. Toronto shuts out San Diego north of the border 4-0. It was the White Sox over the Mets 6-2. Detroit blanked Kansas City at Kauffman Stadium 3-0. The Mariners shut out the Twins 5-0. And it was Baltimore a 4-3 winner in 10 innings over the Tampa Bay Rays. And the St. Louis Cardinals winners at Wrigley Field over the Cubs by a final score of 7-2. Again, the final score here, Fremont 13 and Oahe 1. And we invite you to join us coming up tomorrow night for Game 1 of a 3-game set against the Spearfish Sasquatch. First pitch will be at 7:05. We'll be on the air at 6:45 on Big Dog Country, FremontMoo.com. Also video on FremontMoo.com and also YouTube at BSDN Live. So we invite you to join us for that. Thanks to our sponsors that made the broadcast possible, our listeners and our viewers tonight, and all the hard work from Kelly Johnson on our video production tonight on BSDN Live. We look forward to bringing you more exciting action coming up tomorrow evening. That's going to wrap it up tonight from historic Moeller Field in Fremont, where the final score was the Fremont Moo 13 and the Oahe Zap 1. Until next time, this is Rich Ray saying good evening and so long from historic Moeller Field in Fremont, Nebraska.
The preceding broadcast has been a presentation of Fremont Moo Baseball. This is Fremont Moo Baseball.